Hi, you guys. How you guys doing? Oh, flip. I cut off half the chat. How are you guys doing today? Hold on, I'm getting everything ready. How are you guys? Hello, Merry Christmas Eve. Let me minimize this. Oh god, how are you guys doing? It's 2 a.m. for me, so I only popped in to wish you all Merry Christmas. Thank you, my dear Gore. I appreciate it. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix the chat. It looks ugly. Edit transformation. I have to unlock first. Feeling up today? Absolutely not. I'm only streaming out of obligation because it's holiday. I'm not gonna lie. I had like a mad mental breakdown recently. Shout out to bipolar. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Yeah. Shout out to that. Hold on. I still can't really see chat. My eye hurts. Top chat. Captain Armask, how are you doing? Hello, Stargazer. Hello, Ottero. Hello, Tracer. Hello, That One Leave. Hello, Stefan. How are you doing? Hello, Tasato. How are you guys doing? Howdy. Hello, Mission Silo. Hello, Corrupted Sonar. Millie Moody. Mickey the Mute. Boy. If you don't get your raggedy ass out of here. How are you guys doing? Not in Vegas? No, I am in Vegas. I have tea making. How are you guys doing? Thank you. I hope you had a good Christmas and good night. Merry Christmas Eve. Hello, Dark Virus. How are you doing? I need some chapstick. Gives Kales an eye drop. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take it happily. Is the background music too loud? I tried changing it. Oh, I gotta my eye drops in. Ah, that feels amazing. Damn, says the bunk user. Christmas was good. I had alcohol. That one leave me when I kill my brain cells. You absolutely listen-cephalic child. Well, how are you guys doing today? Making tea, boiling beans and veggies. Shout out to beans. I gotta pour some tea actually. Thank you for the reminder. I'm well. Thanks for streaming for us. I'm glad you're appreciative. I'm not gonna lie. Because hold on, I'm pouring water. I ordered some more tea. So I only need to have caffeinated tea. I was like, man, I could probably get some like non-caffeinated tea, so I ordered more tea. But how are you guys doing today? Beans are a superfood. Hell yes. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here. Alright, guys. It was a fantastic stream. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. I gotta do that one day. I gotta do that at least one day. We'll be lurking. Hell yeah, howdy. Ugh, my eyes are killing me. Bye. I hope you get better soon. I'm chronically. I'm ill. It's a mental disease. Are you visiting family? I'm not a very big Christmas person, so I'm spending it alone. Actually, no, I'm not spending it alone. I'm spending it with you guys. Great stream, thank you. Oh god, so I had a mental breakdown the other day. I'm gonna try another round of medication. What can I do? You know, it's just another day in life. I love life, you guys. It's so much fun. That looks too cold. Go inside. It is cold with us. Actually, let me add to the experience. Let me open my window. It's kind of cool here. It's been raining all day today. But you know what? Every single time I have a mental breakdown, France, I give less of a heck. I give less of a heck every time I come back from it. I'm like, you know what? Life's too short. I shouldn't be so stressed. You know what I mean? This is so loaded with joy. You know what I mean? Cringe. Listen here. That one leave. What alcohol did you drink? I'm just curious. Just a casual mental breakdown. Yeah, it was just... So I think like... So I technically have like PMDD, which is like... Based on my hormonal cycle monthly, I have fluctuations of my mood. But, I have that for sure. But then I have bipolar, and I think the bipolar episode only really hits every 2 months. Usually. And like when it hits so hard. I'm like, guys, I'm done streaming. It's like, mentally, in my brain, I'm so depressed that I think I'm dying and I've accepted my death. And I'm like, damn, It sucks. I never got to do my re-debut. I never got to finish my new model. I never got to create a story. It's like I'm sitting there and accepting death. It's like that depressing. And then literally the only thing, like, I'm pretty smart at, like, recalibrating myself and motivating myself, but, like, even I can't do it. And I'm like, what the? Martini glass of coffee with vodka. Oh, God. It'll double stack? Thankfully not. What I'm saying is that, like, yes, I am kind of moody and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm bipolar. But it's like, those are just kind of, like, hormonal moods, really, I'd say. But the true bipolar, like, it just hit so hard. My favorite pastime was watching tourists come to Vegas during the winter in shorts and t-shirts because they think desert's always hot. That's fair. That's fair, all things considered. Cold and rainy in Vegas? Yeah, it really is. It's been raining all day. It's kind of rare, all things considered. But, and then, once I came out of that, I realized I overthink and I overstress a lot of things. And I gotta stop it, you know what I mean? I'm over here worried about being canceled. I'm not gonna be canceled. If I'm canceled, then I'm canceled. You know what I mean? That's my biggest paranoia. But I've gotta accept it. I've gotta accept it. It's been a minute, but I had talk with my psych to try Applefly and maybe Wellbutrin in the future. My therapist, on the other hand, said I might have PTSD. Thank you, my dear ex-Akira. Sucks to suck if you have CPTSD. I have technically just regular PTSD, and I think CPTSD is like, it's an undetermined cause, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what it is? Because I know it stands for complex. I personally tried Wellbutrin, but because I have bipolar, I couldn't sleep. And then my body started like trembling from the lack of sleep. I was getting like 2 to 3 hours a night. And then like, I would just start like vibrating. And like, literally, it was like really weird and really creepy, but I was having like a tremor, like a tremor in my legs because I couldn't sleep. But anyway, thank you, I appreciate it. Halo, you're a woman, that's just normal behavior. Listen here. Rico, you're a black pillar. I like you, Rico. You're a black pillar. Especially when it comes to relationships. I'd love to debate you on that sometime. Hello, hi Hoshimaru, how are you doing? If you get canceled, it'll cancel Twitter, which I don't even want to get started. I don't know if you guys saw that new AI thing on Twitter. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. But anyway, and then I've been having back problems. I'm like, damn, my back really hurts. What is going on? I got diagnosed with scoliosis. You know? I'm having I found out today, actually. I was like, damn, that really sucks. That sucks. So I guess I'll be doing a PT for that, I guess. I don't know. But either way, I've been having a fantastic time. Sato has a new member badge. He does. You missed it last time. He said it for a while. Hello, Merry Christmas, just a random student. Commander Muffin, why would anybody cancel you? Because, like, I feel like, all things considered, I have controversial opinions. I just don't talk about them very often. You know what I mean? And not that they're, like, so controversial that they're, like, bad. It's, like, reasonable. I usually can back them up. But either way, I'm always afraid of being canceled. Scoliosis, yeah, unbelievable. What the heliante? I have my lower back. And it's probably why, like, when I'm biking, I'm always complaining about my lower back pain, you know what I mean? If you get identification checked by YouTube, just reload, it goes away. Okay, I'll try that out sometimes. Why am I feeling so nostalgic right now? Because it's probably close to the anniversary of the Donatachi Discord opening. Can you believe it, you guys? It's almost been a year. I prolonged it for so long. I'm like, why do you losers want a Discord? And now all I do is live in there. See, PTSD is constant small traumas building up. Ah, okay. It's like cluster. Okay, I can see it more as a cluster. I'm not talking about controversial opinions is the way to go, but the only issue is I truly believe I can bring a more well-rounded perspective on the topic, because people handle controversy as yes or no, but I think if people understand the entire picture when it comes to like human behavior, for example, they might see things a little differently, you know. And I will say I'm pretty good at explaining that and explaining different perspectives, so I'm like, you know what, maybe this might be my calling. What would the cancel even look like? I don't know, that's a good question. You know what I mean? But I will say, it is just a paranoia, you know what I mean? How many degrees is it? Let me check the weather here in Vegas. What? Let's see, how do I... 58 degrees. It's freezing, you guys. 58 degrees. Let's see, why did you... Hold on. This person asked me a question. Nostalgic! Listen here, I got baited into saying that. In the internet, even the most trivial small thing will get you canceled no matter how small you are. I heard a great quote the other day. If you're asked a controversial question, you are going to give a controversial answer. Therefore, you will be controversial. I'm like, damn, gotcha. Because it wouldn't be a controversial question unless both the answers were controversial. I'm like, wow. I like that. That's t-shirt weather. Feliz Navidad. Hello, Kay. How are you doing? Alec. Plus, you're half black. You can raise hell with the discrimination lawsuit if you get canceled. I'm DEI's worst enemy. I've got all the DEI diamonds on my fist. It's over. It's 73 and humid. Ew. Ew, that's gross. I pretty much live in the Discord server now, although I personally like to reside in the playground chat. I know. Stargazer's like, I can't step on anybody's toes or break any rules if I'm there. That's cold? Okay, it's cold for Vegas. Thank you very much. Even if you're not controversial, you're always gonna have enemies just by your personalities. Try and vibe with people you can easily get along with. Exactly. That's kind of how I see it too. You know, I like well-rounded people. I like well-rounded individuals. You know, and so I do like it. I got a cough. Hold on. I'm dying. You meant degrees for your spine scoliosis. Okay, so technically, I got the x-ray imaging done yesterday, and it was only on my report online. Invest in an inversion table to fix back pain. Thank you for the $2. That's the one that hangs you upside down, Rika, right? I appreciate it. Thank you. So I just, I got literally the x-rays done yesterday. In the VA, you're allowed to see your medical imaging and reports, like the doctor's reports, online. And so I went into my account and saw the notes, and that's when it said like mild scoliosis of like the lower back, lumbar, whatever. And so that's all I know. So I have not gotten a proper follow-up just yet. Don't worry about getting canceled. If a group of jerks decide to cancel, you can make it work in your favor, make more money with it. Exactly, that's the thing. And like I've always said, if I ever got canceled, like anybody who retweets me, I'm going to address each and every person individually. You know what I mean? Pineapples on pizza! I like it, but I'm also like, I'll eat anything, you know what I mean? Speaking of eating anything, guys, Tasato sent me a gift package. And it had cookies. It had homemade cookies in them. Listen here. And so therefore, I have a new rule for you guys. Nobody is allowed to send me consumable food unless you're above a 30 BMI. That's the rule. I tried skinny bitch cooking. Never again. Never again. Unless you're 30 plus BMI, don't send me any food. Non-poison. It was not poison. Were they good in taste? They weren't even good in theory. It's a table you strap your legs in and you flip upside down. Ah, okay. Where the hell would I put that? You actually have scoliosis? Hope that doesn't cause you much trouble. Yeah. It's like my lower back. I've noticed some back pain over time, and like my, kind of like the way my hips are a little like misaligned. So to explain it. How do I check my BMI? BMI calculator. My boy. I'd love to cook for you as a professional thing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because Tasato, they were earnest. Yeah, they were earnest. Stella was so cute for that. I put a picture of the cookies in the- oh, I forgot to link the Discord. I put a picture of the cookies in the Discord, and Stella was like, I think they look earnest. And I'm like, oh, it's low-key so cute, actually. The earnest slop. Alright, hold on. Join the Discord! For me to, like, be angry and lash out at people unprompted and improper to do so randomly. There we go. How do I pin it? I'm gonna go now. See you later. Just a random student. Appreciate you being here. Pin message. Debunked, I can cook, but I can't bake. Listen here, Debunk. He was like, listen here. He was like, the inside of the cookies, because they're supposed to be Dubai chocolate, he was like, they're phenomenal. Every single thing. Thank you for joining my membership, Rico. I appreciate it. Every single statement of his cooking comes with an asterisk now that he said that the food inside the cookies was phenomenal. You know what I mean? They're typically an A-frame that folds to just stick up against the wall when you're not losing it. Oh, that makes sense. Epic. Thank you for being 8 months membership. How are you getting the money to afford this? That one leave. Damn, your back hurts because it's effed and mine hurts because it's too un-effed. Yeah. My BMI is 18 to 24. I'm sorry, you can't cook me anything. I'm sorry. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I suppose I should drop $5, not be a filthy gray now that the gift membership expired. You're filthy grays. Shout out to 1 year with my wife. Thank you for being you. Damn, it has been a year. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys for having a membership for that long. That's wild. What made you think it'd be a good idea to ship your first attempt at baking an original recipe? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I was just like, he was like, here, pig, I know you'll eat it. That's what it was. And guess what? I'm down to only like 1 cookie left, so he was right. But good God. A fast way to find out if you're obese is stand at attention and then move one knee up. If you're juggling your gut over your knees like a soccer ball player, then you're overweight. Okay. That's a fun and very interesting way to have figured that out. I can make a mean burger. Shout out to burgers. Fatty! This is Joe Cola. I should have saved my milestone, chat. BRB. Pro tip. Cook with lard instead of refined vegetable-based poison instead of make your baked goods and other cooking way better. Yeah. I'm very... I'll eat anything, all things considered. Like, I'm complaining about these cookies and it's like, again, there's like 1 left. So I bet you're right. But I just cook with literally anything. I'm not gonna lie. Like, some days, like today, I've basically only eaten, bagged popcorn. That's been my nutrition. Filthy gray! Anyways, Las Vegas has some great professional cooking schools. If I get help with tuition, then to be happy, return the favor by cooking. Hell yeah! I don't know what favor you're returning, but either way, shout out to cooking. I just don't have the time to cook. Damn, ask how I afford it, then ignores my reason. Oh my God, I'm sorry, that one leave. I turned off autopay, no clue, LMAO. So you're just getting this membership, like, what the? So technically you're not paying? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of cool. Prep cooking. I see. It's Christmas Eve. You guys, I don't know about you, I'm not in the Christmas spirit. I'm asking you guys, hold on. Are you in the Christmas spirit? You're in the jolly mood? That's good to hear. I'm just like not in the mood. Are you in the Christmas spirit? Let me know. I recommend getting an Instapot. So I did, they scare me. I'm not gonna lie, they scare me. Funny enough, I think my mom got me an Instapot, and then I bought my second Instapot. Like it was either like she bought me the big one and I got the smaller one, or vice versa. Either way, I don't like the way that they make sounds like that. They look scary. Put on a festive hat and you'll feel more Christmassy. I didn't really have a good one. I tried putting one on my model and I'm like, ah. You know what I mean? Nope, me neither, Stefan. Me neither, Stefan. Stefan, you're such a mystery. An enigma is what you are. It's about the mindset. I thought I heard a kitty. I'm not feeling Christmassy, but I'm having a good time. I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm glad you're having a good time, all things considered. I'm not feeling Christmassy in the least. Everyone has been so mellow this year, at least where I'm at. That's good. That's good. That's good. I've been opening up Christmas gifts. Tosado, Dark Virus, and Crispy Clee sent me some Christmas gifts. So those were my only Christmas gifts this year. Actually, I take that back. My mom bought me a teapot. She bought me a little hot water teapot. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hello, Cypher. How are you doing? I gotta get some water. Hold on. Or tea. That's hot. Maybe play duck game today. Do you guys want to play the duck game? No. Oh, the poor chat. The poor chat. The majority. This says no is winning by 71%. Guys, who hurt you guys? It's Christmas Eve. We gotta get in the jingle spirit. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be festive. That is true. See, I'm more, so one of my favorite seasons, or excuse me, whatever, holidays is New Year's. But like, I like the idea of like a fresh start, coming up with New Year's resolutions. I can't wait. I think what is my next year? I know for a fact I want to do singing classes for one of my New Year's resolutions. But probably get a CCW. This year, I fulfilled mine. I put 1. Listen here. I was playing smart and safe. I did 1 New Year's resolution, and that was to buy a gun, and I did it. Yeah. Duck game. Christmas spirit, more like crisis spirit. Hell yeah. Did she buy you a teapot or a kettle? Oh, brother. Tasato, who wants to plug in the fact that he's a tea tuber, and he reviews teas on his YouTube page, is like, hey, bitch, you got the terminology wrong. Yes. I mean, is that okay? I feel like it's a teapot, but I think it's technically a kettle, all things considered. I like Halloween. I don't like Halloween at all, actually. I got some fishing tackle and a power tool. That is very old man coded, all things considered. I'm not ready to hear fireworks go off for hours. Yeah, that kind of sucks. You know? KOs of songs. Yeah, I want to do more vocal lessons and stuff like that so I can possibly sing. At least I want to do karaoke. I at least want to get to a point where I can do karaoke. I think it'd be fun. Duck game, it's like really just one. We're just watching ducks. We're just watching ducks float on water. Absolute state of my audience's entertainment. You know what I mean? Imagine needing a CCW. What does that mean? Got hit with a big depression yesterday. Try and enjoy Christmas. It's hard. I would recommend taking it easy. Take a nice shower. Get under your blankets. Male or female, shave your legs. There's nothing better than getting under the blankets with shaven legs. If you're male, try it out. If you're female, also try it out. And just put on some low light like a candle. I don't know, Christmas music or something. Did what I say about being canceled help you feel better? Yes and no. It's just an unnecessary delusion for me. Because the thing for me is, like, I don't really have any, like, super controversial opinions, all things considered. I'm just paranoid, you know what I mean? Does it warm up the water? If yes, it's a kettle. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Merry Christmas Eve, Ember. How are you doing? Joyous ducks. Hell yeah. I know I'm tiny, I have zero credibility, but I'd make you a song anytime. I'd love to see what you've come up with stuff in the past. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. I'd love to hear what you have. If you could put in like self-promo or something, that'd be awesome. Out here, we carry constitutionally, so you guys can hide it, like you guys can conceal it, and it's totally fine. Permission to shave my legs. Says Tasato. Why not? Why not? No, says Mickey the Mute. Mickey the Mute, am I in the mood to beat the shit out of you today? Let me turn off the Christmas poll. I haven't decided. You're still around, Mickey the Mute? Yeah, he's kind of insane. These people cannot be shaken. You know what I mean? I don't know what his obsession with me is. It's kind of weird. Mickey the Mute, I am a very average person. You can find me like 16 other bitches. Streaming now. You know what I mean? Hello, K. Hello, Xander Cage. How are you doing? Problem with shaving your legs on a whim is that you have to keep them shaved or else they turn to Velcro. That is true. Cool boy Age. Hi, how are you doing? Oh boy, Kale Stream, Merry Christmas. Hello, Renji, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, we can carry open or concealed, no problem. Where the hell do you live? What the? Is this a Texas thing? What is this? Is this a Texas thing? I have no interest in shaving my legs, don't worry. I mean, just the fact you asked, you know what I mean? I'll post music in the Discord, hell yeah. May I take him out back? Absolutely, that one leave, absolutely. Wait. I think you mean block. No, I'm entertained. Listen here. I like to play with my prey. It's like a toy. Majority of states have constitutional carry now, no permit needed. You also can carry in other states. What? If you're not a if you're not a wuss. I gave up for now because you had an episode, but I win. No. What the? And Tasato, I took your girl. You're a freak. Had to give her back though. See, Mickey the Mute is mad delusional, guys. What do we call this? I wouldn't even really call it parasocialism because, well, I mean, I guess you could. No, delusion. Absolutely straight delusion. Eat anything for Christmas? I had some bagged smart popcorn today. And a little bit of eggnog. That was my Christmas dinner. Or Christmas Eve dinner. I don't even know what day it is. Lots of states have constitutional carry. Why is this news to me? Why is this literally news to me? Fox is debunk user. I'm okay. How's the weather for you? It's cold and rainy, so it's like 28. Not 28. Why did I say that? It's 58 degrees. Ma'am, you answered that almost too late. You wouldn't believe how quickly I was on that ban button. Oh, okay, you have to say ban. Because I thought it meant like metaphorical, you know what I mean? This is genuine parasocial delusion. I would have to say so too. But I find these things fascinating. You know what I mean? I like seeing the insanity of people. You know? It's like a little class pet. Like, you know, like a turtle or something like that. Where it's like every now and then you gotta look over and you're like, hey, look at that. And then you go back to class. That's what it is. Schizophrenia parasocialism says debunked asterisk of a prior parasocialist. Which, speaking of which, how are you doing with that debunked? I can't tell, genuinely, if you're just too afraid. God, I have to cough. Give me a second. If you're too afraid to open up now because you're afraid that I'm gonna kill you for good this time, or you've moved on, I can't tell. Your height is your entire personality. He's definitely more than that. Ask anybody. He's the person I've like collabed with the most. Stop being dumb, Mickey. You're giving salty. Can I be mean? Absolutely debunked. Absolutely. I don't even know who you're saying that to, but go ahead. Ban those who use the 6-7 meme. Do you know evil Markiplier? I don't. Not off the top of my head. I gotta cough again. Hold on. Good God! Beans are done. Hell yeah. If I say take someone out back, I think it's obvious what I mean. I thought you meant like kill them. That's why I was like, yeah, sure. Speaking of carry, I bought a Mauser double high action power, waiting for it to arrive in the gun store. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Little ant farm. Exactly. You just get to watch them, you know, maybe forget to feed them a couple of times, you know, see how they react. It's very fascinating. You said he's your best friend. He says your wife, he's delusional. Alright, Mickey the Mute, he's my husband. Now what? Gotcha. See how easy that is? Gotcha. Now you extra lose, Mickey. Gotcha. Yeah, my personality is my height and my voice. I think you have a little bit more than that. A tiny bit more. Not a whole lot. A tiny bit more. Take them Australia. You finally admitted on stream. There we go. There we go. What now, Mickey? Your move. Your move. Gonna get some more tea. I will say, Tazato, I was watching your tea videos. I cannot stand how you can hear you slurping the tea. That is so gross to me. So gross. You're lucky you just got upgraded to my boss's husband. I know. Like, only because of utter dire necessity. I gotta see how this guy maulds his way out of this one. Your move now, Mickey. I'm dying. Hold on. I am dying, you guys. I totally am gonna be able to sing one day. Hey, what's your favorite type of handgun? I only have one, and it's a P365 Tac Lux. So that one's my favorite. I love the slurping. I hate it. Check the weapons channel in Discord. I'll take a look, Rico, just for you. Just for you, Black Pill Rico. Bah humbug. Hello, 404. I was saying earlier, Sato made me cookies, and you were crying the other day because I called you high BMI, but I was telling everybody that, unless you're 30 plus BMI, don't ever send me food again. And listen here. The skinny bitches, the state of their cooking, unbearable. Alright, K gun weapons, constitutional carry. Why the fripp? Like, That's so funny. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know why this is brand new to me. The constitutional carry. That's so funny. And Mickey was never heard of again. Oh, you're aging soon. What the hell? Hold on. You're aging soon, so you're saving him for later when you can get away with degenerate activities. He's groomed for later. Mickey, me I just make shit the fuck up. That was certainly some creative writing. It would take a much longer response to explain it all, maybe later, maybe now. Taylor, I'm quite sure I'm not romantically in love with you, but I do care for you in some shape or form. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a little healthier. But what else is missing? Because like that TLDR kind of like succinctly explains it. What else is missing then? You know? I love Tasato's tea videos. I put them on when I cook food. Hell yeah. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. And hopefully, Tasato, have you messed with your mic at all today? My bad for using dark chocolate. I know, what the hell were you thinking? She's in her 30s. I'm 29 years old. I'm about to be in my 30s. Jesus, YouTube's autofilter is a huge MIG. It takes 7 attempts to get that through. That's hilarious. I'm 29, but I gotta play dirty to win, and it's Christmas. Okay, first of all, you're not winning anything. Like, I'm the one who decides. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. You're not winning anything. You know? You're not winning anything. Funny you mention it, because between last week and today, I baked about 230 something cookies. Damn, I was like to say, even though they were stuck like 2 weeks in absolute postal hell, and they still turned out phenomenal. Wild. What's missing is a 20K ring. That is true. I didn't mess with my mic. I kind of just got home. Okay. Alright, Tasato Gardosen. You were the mod, so you know she rewrote history. Mickey, what the? I just, at least make coherent sense. Heard pure chocolate helps with depression. Is that true? I think it does enhance. It's either dopamine or serotonin, but I mean at the cost of calories, so it's like, you know, your call. I was parasocial once back in high school. It sucked. I just shut down and it starts happening. Parasocial with like a VTuber? Or you just like had unrequited love for somebody? Yeah, Tasato has been doing a great job with longer videos. Yeah, look at him. He's doing great. He's hopefully gonna get a new mic set up soon. What the hell is wrong with me? Guys, I'm dying. I'm dying, you guys. This is my last Christmas. Guys, this is our last Christmas together. I'm dying. Unbelievable. My New Year's resolution is to finally get a car. Hell yeah. What are you guys' New Year's resolutions? I love hearing them. KO's 29. Pre-hag is in demand. Pre-order your hag now, you guys. Get on the train. I actually made them even better and keep them longer, so I had another whole stick of butter. Oh god. 4 sticks of butter per batch? You're sending off, like, life-severing bombs. Are you okay? You're coughing a lot. Okay, so I did get, Guafelstin or something like that. Basically, it's like Mucinex. It's supposed to help, like, clear up your airways. So I think that's why I'm coughing extra. Because but the only thing is I took it this morning. Why the hell is it just now kicking in? So maybe that's it. Like, I'm supposed to cough it up, allegedly. VTubers didn't exist back in my high school. It's just unrequited love. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely not, like, parasocial. Unless, like, to me, parasocial is, like, when you don't really know the person. Moirin! Hi, Merry Christmas, Moirin! How are you doing? Moirin! I love Moirin. Moirin's one of my favorites. I love Moirin pieces. I keep getting Starbucks gift cards for Christmas. Now I have 30 bucks worth of Starbucks gift card. Hell yeah. What's your favorite Starbucks order? I like the brown sugar shaken espresso. No, I'm missing a word. It's like some really, really, really long one, but it's like 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's my favorite order. Go on more walks. I need to. All things considered. I need to, but my back's been kind of acting up recently. But I put on a heat on it today, and so it made it feel a lot better. My resolution is to drop another 50 pounds to get to 170. Hell yeah, you got this, Rico. You're at a good pace so far. The only part I'm omitting is generally my thoughts on it, the impact it had on me. I definitely think it was unrequited love. Are you talking about me? Because technically that's what it is, unless I missed something you said. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, I would say, all things considered. What were your thoughts on it? I am curious. Feel free. As you can see, I'm filibustering for content here. What were your thoughts on it? Guafelson, yeah. New Year's resolution for me is to do collab songs with a vocalist I admire and hit the YouTube monetization threshold. That's a good one, that's a good one. It's a KO's a Hello Chippy the Wizard, how are you doing? You forgot oat milk. That's right! It's like brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso size venti. There we go. Look at you, Tazato. I knew you were a girl's girl. May I inquire as to why you're hitting the cute voice too often today? Am I really? What is the cute voice though? What is that? Is that when I'm, I don't know. I'm trying to think. When I do my cute, like, I don't know, like my toxic voice, maybe. Some member already 1 year. Exactly. Tasato is, and I think Stellar. Haven't read it yet. Hey, Kello. Hello, call sign Kraken. How are you doing? I actually don't go there. I've been there 10 times in my life. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You're just getting gift cards, however. How are you feeling? I'm feeling a little bit better, I guess. You know what I mean? Samantha, how are you doing, Samantha? I'm on to you, Samantha. I'm in a mood. Might want to walk to town more. It's a 2-hour walk each way. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm filibustering for content here. It's tough out on these useless streets, you know what I mean? How are you? I'm doing all right. Just enjoying Christmas Eve. Great to hear. She got the tomboy voice. I can tell she isn't on the up and up. What the? What the hell does that mean? Leaf really asked, why are you happy today? Stop that. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I think, I don't know. So I will say, I'm kind of feeling like weirdly agitated. Like, I don't know, like anxious in a way. This is a day I would normally not, like normally, if I was not obligated to stream because it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you wouldn't see me for another 2 weeks. So this is like a mood that I'm in that I don't usually stream in. Because I'm very, 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 like, testy. You know what I mean? So maybe that's it. Spinning his yarns, his webs, his lies. Hell yeah, green fucking eyes. Okay. Okay. I forgot what I was doing, says Samantha. Alright. The feeling I had for you, yeah, I'd honestly prefer to write it all in Discord post, but in short, falling in love with you was one of the most painful and transforming experiences I've had. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a great thing. I will say, like, once you overcome it, listen here, I hope you've overcome it. Either way, I'll force you to overcome it. But I will say, me personally, it's really fucking painful, and you wanna die, and it feels worse than death. But it's like, I've had those things, like, what is it? It's like the BPD attachment in a way. It's like a favorite person, like that. Like, I've had one of those before, and God, it's excruciating. But when you come on top, I feel like I became like an upgraded individual, you know what I mean? But I'd love to see your thoughts about it in the Discord if that's easier for you. Because you're on a little, it was like 160 characters. Bet you feel better if you tore an annoying viewer to shreds as a warm-up. Rico wants to see blood? Guys, should I just become evil? Should I just become an evil VTuber? Should I? Christmas Miracle! Have you enjoyed your custom ghetto enjoyed my advent character? Hell yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I will say I got the ugliest poll out of the one that had like the bunny, and I'm like, this thing is fuck ugly. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I especially love that little my DEI Chan. She's so cute. True strength is getting over you anyway sticks the tongue out, says Mickey. Mickey, you will learn a lot one day. One day. I'm on school break for once and you wouldn't even have streamed if it weren't for Christmas, correct? That one leaf, correct. It's like a I don't know what to call it, that one leaf. I don't know. Do I stream more on these times? It doesn't necessarily feel, the thing is, when I'm in this like mood, like I'm kind of like what I'm in now, I have like a less I fucking can't speak. I have less of a filter because I'm not thinking before I speak. And so it's like, it's kind of like it makes me anxious because I might say something that I'm like, hoo, a silly Billy moment. You know what I mean? It might be one of those. So I'm not thinking as much as I normally do when I speak. That's why I don't like streaming during these times. My brain's at like half capacity for recognition of what I'm saying. It taught me a lot about love in general and how to get past overwhelming feelings, positive and negative. Honestly, something I'd rather never experience again. I don't think I'll ever have. Okay, so first of all, the bunk, I'm not gonna lie. Again, like I think you have a really strong case of BPD, and that was probably just like a FP flare up. That's why I've always said in the beginning, like remember at the beginning of my streaming career, I'm like I don't even like love. It's because I get the exact same way. To me, love is not love unless I'm like intoxicated by the person and I'm going through withdrawals and I'm like debunk all the crazy shit you probably did where it's like you were probably like stalking my activity on social media. Did I post this? Did she like this? To see if I'm like active, especially if you messaged me because you wanted to see if I was ignoring you, that type of thing. I did the exact same thing to the people I liked at the time. It's insanity. It's an illness. Love to me is an illness, and that's why I don't like falling in love ever. I gotta go spend time with family. See you, Samantha. Things like that again. I see. You're not already evil? I try not to be. Should you become an evil VTuber? Back to family. See you later, Dark Virus. That's fair. No filter's a lot more fun though. That's the thing. It probably is more enjoyable because it's like I have less delay with what I'm saying too. And it's less like, let me think of the correct way of saying this. I will say, I am Evil Markiplier. I don't believe you, Evil Markiplier. Found your channel. The one with the tea videos. Yep, that's Tosado the T-tuber. Lacking a filter is how content is born. That is true. I feel the half capacity brain thing really hard. Yeah, it's just like I'm not thinking. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Dominant Man is back. Woohoo, Mr. Turtle. I love your drawing of one of the little B&A characters. It was a really good drawing. I was really surprised. Okay, I can comment now. What does that mean, Jace Ace? Welcome. How are you doing? I'm sure the exception to that. Yeah, you know? I'm so smart. I had my inhaler right there. Hold on. Good God, I am lightheaded. You doing all right? Your mic's off. Yeah, I was dying, Jace the Ace. Unless you want to hear me die. In HD. I was like, let me spare some dignity for myself. No Tetris yet crazy yet is the thing, Crispy Clee. Kayla's a died. Please don't actually die. Okay. Okay. I had my rescue inhaler right there. I'm so smart. Look at me. I knew that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? You good? Yeah, I'm fine. I have asthma, so like when I cough sometimes like that, like when I choke, it like clogs up my airways, and I have to use my little red inhaler. That'd be awkward if she dies. I love how like that wouldn't be devastated for Mission. That wouldn't be sad. That would just be awkward. Like, where is the streamer? It would just be awkward. It wouldn't let me comment because it said subscribers only. Oh, that's weird. That shouldn't be on. Is that on now? What the? Whoopsie, sorry about that. That was weird. Big coughs. Well, if nothing else, it'd be a clippable moment, but I can't even benefit from the increase of subscribers from a clippable moment because I'll be dead. I jump on stream and Chaos starts dying. Yeah, I know. Tasato said some dumb shit. What was it? What was it? You said something, and I was like, I started choking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you asked me if, you were the exception or something like that. I fully agree. It's nice to know that someone went through the same pain I did and came on top. Yeah, debunked user. I'm telling you, that's what's the funniest thing. I will say that's how I can relate to most of you guys so well, is I've been through all the hell that you went through. I'm telling you, debunk, like, I can't even, like, okay, I can't even, for PR reasons, I can't even tell you how insane I have gotten when it comes to, loving somebody. Some of these things are coming to the grave with me, you know what I mean? It's like the joke, VTubers dies, chat most affected. I know. I said it was the exception to the rule. Yeah, that's true. Hold on. Saw that briefly. That was weird. Okay. Chaos it dies live on stream, says Otero. You guys had so much faith in me. Huh. Merry Christmas, Klee. KO fucking dies. I know. I'm still like catching my breath. Like, I don't know if the mic can pick up, but you can kind of hear it's like it kind of like catches a little bit. I'm still a little lightheaded for PR reasons. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Our avatar would be given the weird look and we wouldn't know for certain what happened. Oh, I see. It just like streamed forever. Are you really okay though? Yeah. I'm used to this, you know? It's like a known thing. It's not like I said, I have like 2 inhalers. I have just one I take daily, twice a day. It's just a blue one, and then I have a rescue inhaler, which is my red one, which I think is like albuterol something, and it basically like immediately like opens up your airways when it's closing up. So yeah, I'm prepared for it. What actually are you doing, girl? Says Salim Shadman. I am live streaming right now, and I had a little asthma issue, but I'm fine now. Trust me, I think I get the idea that was painful and F all that. Yeah, and that's why it's like, if you remember, Debunk, like in the beginning of stream, that's what I was always talking about. I was like, relationships are not for me. You know what I mean, Debunk? They're not for me. I can't, it's not fun unless you're insane. And when you're insane, it is the worst thing ever. It really is, because then you put all your happiness and serotonin into that person. So it's like when I finally would get a reaction out of that person that was positive, or even slightly hinting at reciprocation, it would like literally give me a high, like a head high. I'd be so fucking elated, and I'd be like manic for like 3 days. Unbelievable. Hello, Matthews, how are you doing? For PR reasons and shorthands, for so you guys don't realize how absolutely insane I am. Yeah, it's one of those like... It's insane. I can see the drama tubers headlines now. VTubers most parasocial viewer kills her live on stream. I will say, for the longest time, I was afraid, we all had a little KOZCon, in August, where I met everybody, and I was afraid to meet Tasato because I thought he was gonna kill me. But how are you doing, Frostfire? And honestly, I'm still, like, low-key afraid to meet Debunk because I still think he might kill me. You know? I faith that you can make it, KO. You made it this far, quitting now would be silly. Exactly. Relationships are not me, and that gives that giggle. They're not for me. I am too insane. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, is it trust if I'm interested in you? Like, I've checked every single person you follow on social media. I've checked all of their posts to make sure you have not commented on them. I'm insane. Thank you, whatever that was, that one, Leaf. It says message deleted. I think it's a person just spamming. Thank you, appreciate it, though. I am insane. I'm the type of person, it's like, especially if I'm friends with this person on social media, I will, like, block everybody and, like, hide everyone from a post except for that person, so I can make sure the person that I want to see the post sees the post. It's insanity. What the heck did I miss? Good question. Same thing for me. I don't want to go through a relationship if it's like that. Yeah, so that's why it's like, to me personally, it's just like, I'm fine. It was my birthday yesterday. Happy late birthday. But yeah, it's just not for me. I don't need relationships like that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna kill you. That's still up in the air. That's still up in the air. Maybe when you, zero your debt, you can kill me. Or, excuse me, you can meet me. Because, like, if you have too much debt, that makes you too much of a flight risk for me. You know what I mean? Because what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You survive an encounter with me, you can survive everything. I've said this a bazillion times, Tasato. At one point at KOZCon, you gave me this look when I said something. And I'm like, I was like, it was in my gut. I felt it in my gut that I was in danger. I was like, he is going to kill me. You just gave me this look. I was like, this look, he's gonna fucking kill me. Don't worry about it, there was a worse fate than being stuffed and stored in a closet shrine. Okay, can you possibly name one or two of worse fates? Went to home mat this year and I thought of you. That's when we met, Frostfire. That's when we met for the first time. I didn't even think to apply. I got 8%. Thank you for being here, Matthews. God, my throat's still kind of like tight. Rather have functionality nuts versus not functionality sane. I meant both. Yeah, I'm not exactly. As I get older, my mental stability, it has gotten a little bit more turbulent, I'll be completely honest. And a like, tee-hee, I'm so wacky, boys. I'm so insane. It is like kind of like a very, it's getting worse. So that's why I'm gonna try more medication, hopefully soon. Being in V Shoujo. Okay, that's fair. I used to get that a lot when I was an angrier man. I was like, wow, he's gonna kill me. Oh, I got a cough. Oh, he can hear me. Shut your B out! Listen here, Ilias Dusty. Why are you being mean? Time to judge your YouTube channel. Let's see what we got here. Ilias Dusty. 0 content. A brand new channel. You made it like a month ago. Your profile picture could use some work. Yeah! This is good grip. Listen here, 6'7", skivity, you know? I really do genuinely want to see you feeling a bit more stable. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. The thing is, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is the strangest chat topic of being a parasocial in the one VTuber and the other chat I've been in. Is it really like this often? Sometimes you'll have really insane people. I get close to my audience, so they have a higher likelihood of, the parasocial intimacy bond, whatever you want to call it. So I will say, for me personally, it's common, but I don't know for all VTubers. But I know also, because I'm like really, I can read people really well, and, give me a second. I'm dying, you guys. It's because I'm outside. It's snowing, look. I'm catching a cold, you guys. But, I do have a lot of people, unreciprocatedly fall in love with me, you know what I mean? I'm new here. Mission Silo? I wouldn't really say you're too new, all things considered. But France, I had a thought. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I don't ever, and I won't ever be medicated for bipolar specifically, because the medication for a mood stabilizer lowers your, do you watch anime? I don't, not particularly, Adelaide, I appreciate that. But it ruins the mania, and the mania is like a big part of my creativity, my ability to think fast, my like eccentricness, I guess you could say. And I don't want to ever get rid of that, so I probably won't ever try to treat my bipolar. But my other symptoms, I'll probably treat at some point, hopefully, allegedly. It's common for all VTubers. Your communities are small enough to make it highly visible. Hell yeah, there you go. Rather not talk about mass shootings. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Get hobbies. I didn't even get to read his comment in time, but sure, I appreciate it. I can see it, Tasato. Well, I guess it could be a good or bad thing depending on the context. Time to die hard. What the shooting in LA? Did you hear about the shooting in LA? I did not, actually. Rescues KOs as most Chad way possible with Drake bumping it. Okay, first of all, Mickey, get out of here. Listen here. Zesty Drake. No, thank you. No thank you. Boy is too zesty. I need the max win. I need the max win. To all the non-believers, underachievers, the tweet and deleters. You make me sick to my stomach's fam. Drake is kind of funny high key though. Reggie was talking about my comment, we were talking about everything. Okay. Merry Christmas all. Thank you, M14 Wolf. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've been told I'm a highly creative person. My problem is not the source of them, it's just how I am. I'm not so good at articulating ideas. Maybe because you're not like fixated in a specific area, because you have to be like fixated in like a specific expertise in order to be able to whatever. I'm not saying anything about the shooting, I'm not gonna lie. Love you, KO non-parasocial. Thank you, Cypher. I appreciate it. I got almost a foot of snow up here overnight. Looks very seasonal, just in time for Christmas. You live in Maine, right? That's crazy. I'd love to see that much snow. All things considered. KO's is crazy and crazy is marketable. Quick, someone lend me some donos, we can go somewhere with it. I'm crazy? Do you guys think I'm crazy? Oh no! Do you guys think I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm very normal. Yes. No, I'm normal. 1000%. Okay, listen here, debunk user. You're flawed. No, exactly, Emil. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you. For sure. I'm just an average person. Are you live streaming tomorrow? I am, Jax. I have it scheduled on my thing. That's something a crazy person would say. There's a reason I pick Abilify treats mixed bipolar. Abilify. I'll look it up. I'll look it up right now, actually. Abilify. I think I have heard of it. Abilify. Huh. I might consider. I'll take a look into it though. Because I saw Lamictal. No. No. Lithium? No. Get out of here. If you were normal, you wouldn't be a VTuber. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm almost as crazy, says the bunk user. I'd have to say so. Mickey crazier, so Mickey, you want to be a main character so badly. Guys, look at this. Mickey sees, listen here. Mickey came to this community and he saw how I turned my audience into little reoccurring characters. You know, we got the Dark Virus, we got the Debunked, we got the Rico, the Black Pillar, we got the Desato, we got the Stargazer, we got the Stellar. You know, and Mickey's like, you know what? I want a part of that action. I want to be a main character too. And look how hard he is trying to make that happen. He's trying to be relevant. High key's kind of working, you know what I mean? You gotta give credit what credit's due. But entertaining crazy. Okay, at least guys, at least I'm entertaining. You're just crazy enough to have a bit of extra spice in life. I don't think I'm that crazy. Okay, realistically, I like to think I'm logically sound enough in the way I can communicate to where I'm no longer crazy, because now I just look like I'm reporting. I'm just reporting my mental process with you guys. That's all it is. You know, I don't think I'm really crazy. When someone is feeling more apt as usual, says that one leave. Can you afford medication? She's like a great person with a side of crazy, said Crispy Clee. Crispy Clee. I can't speak. Good God. You're not that crazy. Even if you were my wife back in the 1930s, I wouldn't give you lobotomized. How reassuring. Not mentioning me. Forgotten once again. I was too slow. How have you been? Hello, Evie. How are you doing? Holy e-girl, says Jax. Makes me wonder if she's pyro crazy. I'm not. I'm psych. Okay, if I am. Listen here. Black Pillar just means realist. No, you're a Black Pillar. Rico, I'm gonna have fun with you down the road. No, I'm not like aggressively crazy. I'm psychologically damaging crazy. You know, I'm that kind of crazy, I will say. All things considered. High key, it's working. Stop getting one guide by him all the time, but sometimes I like getting angry. And now that I know that, it's not really stopping him, it's high key entertaining. Sneaking him in the Discord, seeing that one leaf going, yo, I can't put him out of here, was peak content. LOL, says Mickey the Mew. Alright. I'm glad you're very entertained by the bare minimum. Someone back in high school said I used the word I too much talking about myself. Now it's ingrained in my skull that if I use it, I'm inherently talking about myself instead of using it to relate. Don't listen to people. There you go. Don't listen to people. I use I a lot too, but you have to, like, I realize when I use my I statements, you have to immediately turn it back to the person. Be like, I've been through that too. So rather if someone said like, I had a traumatic day today, and you said like, I've been, you know, I've done that before. I've had a traumatic day. It kind of like does kind of like frame it towards you, to the conversation towards you. But if you've been like, if you're like, I've had a traumatic day too, like that too in addition kind of makes it frame a little bit better, where it's like, it's a little received easier. Terrible explanation. I'm sorry, my brain's fried. It's over. I'm so shy, says Evie Cat. Why are you shy? Free healthcare makes it possible. I just have to whine to a doctor. Real and true, real and true. Look, fire's pretty alright. You cannot convince me all otherwise. I don't like being hot. I'm like default sweaty 24/7. I don't like being any hotter than what I am. I run hot. I wake up like in like piles of sweat at night. It's really gross. At any time, I'm just sweating. So I don't like fire. Hello notifications, how are you doing? Why do you look like that, says Jax? That's a great question. That's a great question. I'm not particularly sure. It's probably because my artistic ability isn't so fruitful just yet. I'm getting better though. I'm losing my mind. Guys, tomorrow Christmas! Tomorrow Christmas, you guys! Don't listen to people. Exactly. She's trying to rage bait. I'm not. Mirror them. Yeah. I put it really poorly. But if you notice, like, a lot of the things I say is very self-centric. Like, I talk about me a lot, but I do put, like, I frame it in a way where I'm like, I very openly, outwardly, excuse me, communicate that I'm relating to you and I'm acknowledging the feelings you're going through. You know what I mean? That's what I mean to say. Anything that happened in the past 20 minutes? Had to find a stick and cut it to carry around for when I go walking. Not particularly. I had a little coughing session and I was like choking, but other than that. Shame on you for using one of the important vowels of the English language. Yeah, a lot of people, I've heard that before, where people are like, you're a narcissist if you use I all the time. To me, a lot of people learn to speak differently. For me personally, I don't know, like, if you could even hear it, actually. I always say for me, rather than I say I do it. You know, like, I personally do this. I say for me personally. So it's like, it's just kind of like, it's just how I've learned to speak. So it's just like, other people have different ways of talking, and not everyone's gonna learn to speak the exact way you learn to speak. So you have to understand there's gonna be like nuance in communication when you communicate to other people. You know? That's how I see it. I don't like being hot. She says from the middle of the Mojave Desert. Listen here, Rico. Okay, listen here, Rico. I'm not gonna lie, it was so freaking hot this last summer. I don't know if I can last this summer here. It was so hot. Merry Christmas, you freak Canadian, Alter. How are you doing? Have a great Christmas, thank you. Just now, my sister learned of our grandfather's IPV. Okay, Jason Ace. Did you talk to your dad about the bipolar? Live subscriber mode off. I didn't mean for it to be on, Raina. I didn't mean for it to be on. But how are you doing, Raina? Merry early Christmas. Today, eve of Christmas. Of course you talk about yourself, you're a streamer, you're the product. Yeah, but even when I'm talking to people in real life, like, I don't really change anything in the way I talk from streaming to fucking, like, people, it's like speaking to people in real life. Like, when I was in the military, this is exactly how I talk. And I think that's why I've, like, gotten, like, it's, like, come so second nature to me with streaming, is because, like, I'm just talking. I'm always talked like this, you know what I mean? It's okay, I like to hear you talk about yourself. It's kind of interesting. Thanks, Cypher. Look at you, Leafy, with the chat mechanic badge. I know. Leafy is our #1 top mod of YouTube. The product is insane. I mean, that's the thing. I am technically a streamer / entertainer. You know, all things considered, when you have a brand that is circled around yourself, which is exactly what a VTuber does, yeah, I am technically a product. I am a product to be consumed. Hello, Brock, this monster, long time no see. How are you and the VA and the Splinters going? How hot does it get down there? Oh my god, it gets to like 115. I'm not about it anymore. Hanno, just arrived for my Christmas Eve party. Also, your keychains arrived. They look beautiful, and thanks so much for freebies. Really cute. Thank you, Hanno. I appreciate it. I wonder which ones you got, but I appreciate it. That's a great question. Why are you still in Vegas? You're no longer going to conventions. You know, why am I still in Vegas? Because the housing and rental market is insane. And so all things considered, my current finances to live are ideal in this current climate market. So I don't want to go searching for something new. You know what I mean? That's why. This place might be my coffin, unfortunately. Not yet. Thanks for reminding me, Jace Ace. You really should. You really should try it out. Doing Christmas prepping. What are you up to? What do you do, Reina? Dark Virus, Crispy Clean, Tasato sent me Christmas gifts, so that's what I've been doing. I've just been opening those. Other than that, I don't really have much Christmas preparations. I don't do anything for Christmas, really. You know? Sup? Hello, Decoy. How are you doing? I feel like it's been like a year since I last streamed. Guys, does it feel like it's been like a really long time? It feels like it's been a month since I last streamed. Perhaps a higher altitude city like Reno. It snows a lot there. But I also heard it's expensive. Rada Rada. Is that a Chowder reference? I love Chowder. I had a crush on Chowder when I was a kid. He was such a cutie. I live in a place where it's hot in the summer and cold in the winter. That's awesome, Jace Ace. It's kind of perpetually hot here in Vegas. That's fair, LMAO. Ah, I was like, what the hell did I say? Who donut super today? A few people, Raina, few people. How do I see? Hold on, I think there's a way I can actually see. A few people. I don't know how to, like, there used to be a way you could just, like, scroll, I thought, but I can't find it. A few people, Raina. Your keychains are right, they look amazing. Thank you for the purchase. I am curious, which ones did you get? Thank you. We are vibing, just finished wrapping gifts. It's my nephew's first Christmas. Oh, that's exciting. Shout out to children. Shout out to children. Cream is supposed to extract the super glue I used to pull the sticks out. I have wounds everywhere. That is kind of embarrassing, Brock, that you have wounds everywhere. You still have those, dang, it's been almost a year, Brock, since you've had the splinters, you know? My sister is sad now that she has learned of Grandpa. I see. I don't know the circumstances, Jace the Ace. I don't know the circumstances. Kind of like I was saying earlier, for me personally, like, for example, my, a close family member got, like, stage 3 cancer. The 3 BRS keychains, hell yeah, thank you. Shout out to Blackrock Shooter. A close family member, was smoking, like, 2 to 7 packs of cigarettes a day, and they developed like stage 3 like lung cancer. And to me, and then like even once they were diagnosed with that, they didn't change their smoking habits. To me, it was really hard to feel empathetic, and even now I still feel indifferent. So it really depends on like the context of someone's sickness, I guess you could say. Because like even my grandpa, he had a heart condition where he's like, it's like a, I think he had a heart event and it triggered an AFib, and he had medication he could have taken to control the AFib, and he just didn't want to. He was just old and stubborn and didn't believe in medication, and so he would not take his medication, and then guess what? He had a heart attack and passed away. And it sucks. It sucks because it's like, you know, like I did love my grandpa, but it's at the same time, it's like, it was his decision. So I don't feel like I have a right to be sad about that. Does that make any sense? Vegas is fun. It's hot as hell, though. You guys came in a milder time, all things considered. Caesar Palace was awesome. I didn't go to the Neon Museum yet, but I have been to Caesar's Palace. Hi, Evil. You made another account. How are you doing? You that, or you got untimed out? Vegas is completely out of control. There's still some good parts, actually. Have a good night, brother, says Papa. Motocross. Okay. Grandfather quit smoking a long time ago. Hello, Show. Merry Christmas. How are you doing? How are you doing, Show? Grandfather quit smoking a long time ago. I see. It still sucks. I see. I see. It's just like, it's like smoking is such a very interesting thing. I will say there's someone in my community I want to talk to, probably on stream or either that in chat. Their name is Brandon. I think they're an alcoholic. There are certain things I guess I don't really understand, and that's addiction to substances that we know have documented negative, insane health effects. You know what I mean? If you smoke, you're gonna get cancer. I mean, if you continue smoking, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say. You know, if you smoke for a long period in life, what's gonna happen? Cancer. You know? I love seeing all these old faces popping in. Hello, Tasato. Long time no see. I agree with that. My grandpa smoked a lot. He too had a heart attack and he still smoked now. He complains about his health and it's failing. I could not care that much. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, and it's like each person has like a right to live their life a certain way. Like, you know, they chose the life of whatever it was they wanted to do. And it's just like, to me, it's not that I'm not sad. It's just like, I almost like respect their decision. You know what I mean? It's not up to me. How's the homeless problem? Has it gotten worse? I think so, actually. Grok says Reno is slightly more expensive due to lower inventory. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like you can be sad, grief as you will, but it's good to be aware that certain things are unchangeable. Yeah, and to me, it's just like, it's kind of like a big reflection on life. Like, if I choose to live life unhealthy, because like, for example, I don't have the best diet right now. I need to get into fucking fixed. Also, what a really weird thing that I have is really low blood pressure. I gotta find out what the complications of that are. Because my blood pressure the other day, hold on, I wrote it down. It was insane. But it's like, I understand, like, for example, like I was anemic for the longest time because I was over exercising. And I still have to take iron supplements. But if I don't treat my anemia, I have like a myriad of health conditions that might come with it. And so if I get like problems from it, it's like, it is my fault, you know? Shout out to the F-35 Bravo Lightning. Thank you for that fun fact, insane vigilante. My blood pressure yesterday, because that's when I got my x-ray, was 96/57. What the? And this is not the first time. This is like literally every time. Hello, Frogs. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Dad said Happy Christmas. Tell your dad, an ordinary African-American Reina. I said Merry Christmas back. I love your dad. I love Reina's dad. Father's got liver problems from drinking and being an angry alcoholic all his life. Yeah, and it's like, to me, it's just like, I can't be too upset. Homeless problem. The Vegas sewers are big enough for everyone. Funny enough, very recently, there was like a big flood for all the flooding, and it's like, everyone talks about the Vegas, like, they call them the mole people. It's like underneath the Vegas. Okay, so Vegas is a giant sand bowl. When it rains, like we have monsoon season where it's like the rain comes suddenly, it floods the bowl, essentially. And so underneath all the hotels in the Vegas Strip, there's like these deep channels, so water doesn't actually flood the casinos and stuff like that. So because Vegas is dry, like 80% of the year, those holes are not filled with water. So a bunch of homeless people live underneath there because like the sun is too much, it will like literally kill them. It's a cooler area, so that's where all our homeless people live in Vegas, in these like giant tunnels and channels and stuff like that. And if you go on YouTube, they call them mole people, which I guess I mean like mole as in like the animal going underground, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But if you want to learn more about it. The only problem is like the 20% we have the monsoon season, it sends like this huge flash flooding through the tunnels and ends up killing a lot of them. So you'll have like dead bodies and stuff like that because like they're asleep and stuff like that. So it's like it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, you know? God. Have you heard the good news? Oh God. Hold on. Alright, no more. Okay, hold on. No more fun aircraft facts, my insane vigilante. I appreciate it though. Yeah, hypotension is not something you want to play with. Yeah, what the? Like, what the hell? Like, what's causing it though? You know? Shout out to Jesus loving me. I appreciate it. I do understand drinking and weed is an escape from reality. Been there with each, but I don't understand cigarettes. I will say, like, me personally, I have a tendency to like get that I don't know what it is. I've gotten to the age where I've enjoyed drinking too much to where when I'm really stressed, I get that like itch for it. You know what I mean? It's like you're itching to drink alcohol. And I already know that that's a huge like bad sign. You know what I mean? It's one thing to just do it socially, it just comes up, it's a birthday party, go ahead. But it's just like, I'm starting to get that itch more. And so I'm like, I'm cognizant of that. So if I do drink, I do it very, very intermittently. But funny enough, a medication I'm taking, Bus Bar, it makes you... I tried drinking the other day when I was like mad at my little fucking depressing episode. And I tried drinking, and like literally within like the first hour, I probably finished 70% of the can. I had the worst migraine ever and like insane nausea. Like I was going to vomit. So shout out to my my anti-alcohol pill Bus Bar. Cigarettes are bomb! Brock, don't tell me you smoke! You smoke, Brock? Brock, don't tell me. Is it still lurking in chat every now and then? Sure. You sound slightly giddy. You sound like my father. You sound like my father. My father tells me that all the time. He's like, why do you sound giddy? I'll say I'm slightly giddy. The F4 is a great aircraft. Okay, okay. Real says the bunk. Hold on. It's Giga Chad Miss Eve. Agreed, Raina. I'll get plastered biannually and remind myself why I don't drink. I don't... Hold on. I am dying. I can talk... I don't get shit-faced, so it's like I can drink a healthy amount where I won't have like a hangover the next day. You know what I mean? Like, for example, at the big Keoza meetup in last summer... in August, I drank a good amount there, but I still was able to like balance myself where I didn't get like so bad and like I didn't have a hangover the next day. Some people get insane focusing ability when they have nicotine, hence some people use their cigarettes to focus on a task. I see. I see. Some people get soothed. I do wonder if that's like a similar thing to like a kind of like an Adderall suppressant in a way, because it is a stimulant. But still, it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, even with it feeling good in the moment, you know the long-term effects. You know what I mean? I can understand, don't get me wrong. I can understand if we were back in the 20s when we didn't really know much about like cigarettes and stuff like that and craving cigarettes, sure. But it's like 2025, we know what happens when you smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? I understand it feels great. Guys, heroin is the best feeling in the entire world. You know what I mean? But I'm still not going to do it. You know? What do you mean by fix her exactly? What the? We need to fix Keoza. I don't know where the hypo blood tension or whatever the hell that's hyper blood tension. I don't know where that came from. Considering going to sleep. But I don't want to leave the nostalgic feeling I have. It's up to you, that one, Leaf. It is a holiday. Maybe be free today. Stay up. You know what I mean? Howdy is simply howdy. Howdy, howdy. I hate the taste of alcohol. It's not good. Okay. If you can get a nice mixed drink, you can bypass the flavor. I used to be the same way. I hate like whiskey. Blech. Disgusting. But tequila? Tequila? Fantastic. I can't drink anything more than 1 or 2 regular beers due to medical reasons for the best anyways. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And before I go, there's always a warning. Gotta do this well, not in a hateful way, but Jesus once said, those who are ashamed of me, I will be ashamed of them on the last day. I appreciate the warning, Odin. I appreciate it. Have a good Christmas. I got hooked on nicotine and high stress drops like cooking. It was so easy to start the habit, impossible to kick. Yeah. It's like I know for a fact it's addicting. It's like we all know it's addicting, you know what I mean? I know for a fact, but I mean life, if you want to live it healthy, it's gonna be a little bit on hard mode. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you want to live long, you have to have like a healthy body. A healthy mind, which I'm kind of struggling on the healthy mind aspect, but you also have healthy diet, you know? Heroin is the second best feeling in the world. The best feeling is being in love with you, says Tasato. Quitting fent was nearly impossible. You can do it too. There's no way. Have you done fentanyl before, Mickey? I am curious. That actually, you know, Nikki, you might be my graces again. Good graces again. Have you ever done fentanyl? Healthy minds are overrated. At least they're content machines. You know what I mean? If you're gonna drink, at least tequila's whack. Okay, Debunk, you don't even know what you're saying. Tequila's fantastic. Someone gave me clear corn whiskey. That actually does sound kind of interesting. It's already Christmas for Leafy and the rest of UK. Happy Christmas, that one, Leaf. Drinking is something I could never try. Have you ever been intoxicated? I will say next KOZCon, I am gonna bully you into drinking because he's never been intoxicated either. Healthy mind is 10x harder. It really is. Because I will say, it's like, again, like, we're addicted, like, okay, let me speak for myself. Social media and stuff like that is so addicting. You know what I mean? So it's like, a lot of people are addicted to it, and it's kind of hard to break it. Not to I agree, falling in love with KO's is best feeling ever. Mickey, you're scaring the hoes. I told you this already. Though it was Zans. Zans is completely different. Completely different from fentanyl, I think. Mickey the drug addict. What the hell? If you get a drink that tastes good, then yeah, drink can be enjoyable. Drinks made with rum, vodka, and certain wines are fantastic. Espresso rum. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I thought Fent kills you in very, very small dosages. I think it, like, is kind of like a, I don't know. I forget the word I'm looking for. I forget the word I'm looking for, but I think in small dosage, you can have it, and people get addicted to it. But yeah, in high doses, it will 100% kill you. I'll be DD next KOZCon if necessary. That'd be fun. When I worked at Walmart, I smoked, and when I stopped working there, I just stopped smoking. Funny enough, there is a book I'm reading called, France. It's called Quit Now, I think it's called. It's a how to stop smoking book. I try to be, I don't have my e-reader around here, so I can't give you the exact Quit Now. But anyway, I try to be well-versed in everything. So I'm reading a book on how to quit cigarettes, despite me never smoking. What was it? Quit Now? Hold on. Quit Now. Smoking book. What is it called? Maybe, Easy Way. Yeah, Easy Way to Stop Smoking. Easy Way, that's what I was looking for. Gotta run. See you later, Hoshimaru. Appreciate you being here. I think he said he did Fent thinking it was Zans. Oh, thought it was Zans. So you did fentanyl because you thought it was Zans. Why are you doing Zan? Oh my god. Am I invited to the next KOZCon? I'm saving like a good German boy. I mean, if you have a passport. Yeah, I'd say so, all things considered. I don't think it's gonna be this year, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be this year because I have to get my finances. My finances are whack right now. And I've got to get them in order, and it's probably gonna take about a year before I'm comfortable again. So it might be the year after. I love the Donatachis. We love you too, Hoshimaru. I am of the belief the ability to quit an addiction is genetic. Interesting, interesting. I don't know. I think because so much of it, like, is, like, it plays, like, addiction is, like, so big on dopamine, you can control your dopamines to a degree. You know what I mean? Like, even, like, what, 2027? Yeah, it'd be 2027. Like, bipolar is just a dopamine issue. It's a instability for dopamine in your brain. But it can be regulated to a degree. Me too, says Brockness Monster. Quitting smoking was never easier. First step, never start in the first place. Second, enjoy a smoke-free life. Yeah, that sounds right. Thought you had your finances in order. They're better now. I need to recover. So it's like, because like I spent so much unbelievable money this year on just like nonsense from like my business and whatever. I'm not comfortable. I like to be in like a financial position where I'm mentally comfortable. You know what I mean? Because, like, to me, why, like, I don't know how people can go on a vacation and your finances are just there at the back of your brain and you're like, man, I'm just spending money that I can't afford right now. You know what I mean? I'm very, very financially responsible. So unless I'm in that brain, like, you know what I mean? And that brain process that this is a safe thing to spend money on, I'm not really, I don't really like it. I don't really enjoy myself. KOZCon will go crazy. Hell yeah. Does all con everyone? Raina. TesatoCon. Y'all probably won't even recognize you at 2027. God willing, Crispy Clee. What about RainaCon? I'd love to meet Raina one day. Addicted to meditation now. Surprised I like watching you be killing my high big time, dropping the piano on my head. I be killing your high big time. Huh. If I could get a little bit, listen here. If I get a little bit of a translation of what the hell that meant, you know what I mean? My father and I have the exact story when it comes to alcohol. We drank a lot when we were younger. One day we just quit. That's interesting. The same thing I share with my father is we both were deployed to an area in the Middle East, and we both came back with a Middle East cough. So that's why you always hear me coughing. But he got it too. But it was funny because like he got his like I'd say like a decade before I got mine. So I mean that's my my father-daughter story. Maybe 2029 toast. Tesato, are you really gonna leave your wife in poverty like this? Unbelievable. Listen here, Rico. I'm trying to monetize him, you know? I got him a new microphone. I gave him my own microphone setup, my old one. We're gonna try and get Tesato to make money. We can do something with that voice. And Tesato, I forgot to mention. Oh, I wish Hoshimara was still here. But your voice sounds slightly clearer after your nose surgery. Leave con in Germany. I'd come see you in Germany. That one leave. Only if I can see the little hedgehogs. Those are cute. Dude, I built some mini bikes. Awesome. They're useless. Oh, that sucks. I'll post some pictures in Discord one day. Okay. I mean, my first interaction with Kay was in a meet and greet. Yeah, it really was. It really was, actually. Never, says Rico. Are you really gonna leave your wife in poverty? Never. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I just have to find a way to make the funds to pull it off. That's fair, Reina. That's fair. Did your dad get Gulf War sickness? I don't believe it was Gulf War. Where the hell was the Gulf War? Gulf War Doko. I seen his channel. I had a feeling he'd be perfect fit for the script I have. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got a better, Oh, I think maybe it was the Gulf War, actually. LOL. I think that may be it. That's so funny. Maybe. I don't know my location. I just googled really quickly. I think, says the bunk user. What do you think? I love how you like asterisk I think and then deleted it. Okay. Actually, damn, didn't expect an agreement. As long as I get as long as I grow as a content creator and I can make content of the trip, I can write it off of my business expenses. But I have to keep growing as a content creator. I made brisket tacos. Hell yeah, Senator Satan. That's very interesting. Brisket tacos. Yes, we must make Tesato big, so big that he'll listen to our demands and create an apple eating ASMR. Yeah, that's gonna happen for sure. But we gotta really grow Tesato. You know what I mean? I'm addicted to meditating. Surprisingly, like watching you destroy my mental health like a piano being dropped in my head. Think cartoons. Kuwait and Iraq. I think so. I think so. I don't know about Kuwait. I know Iraq for sure. Iraq and Afghanistan, but I don't know about Kuwait. But that does sound familiar. So I was trying not to, but if she calls me broke, lol, you're cooked. But if she calls me broke, okay, Mickey, you're broke. And Mickey the Mew, Tesato has a 10-10 voice. We're gonna make so much money. We're gonna make so much money off of it. If I'm broke, you got no chance. Gulf War syndrome was supposed to die the vaccine his military gave the troops. What the? Die the what the? I'm confused here. I had a bad translation? Oh, I see. Or use is Mickey the Mute? I know, that's a good question. That's a good question. Mickey, are you off the fen? Are you off the fen? Because I don't want to say prior, fen addict. Because I don't want to be misspoken, you know what I mean? I mean, you can make a travel blog for growth. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I went to an orphan. I traveled all the way to Germany to go see how the life of a German orphan lives in a small village. I think that's a great video, you know what I mean? Get us at least 20 views, you know? At least 20 of them. Gulf Wars, Kuwait and Iraq. Okay. Okay, so I don't know specifically. I'm not gonna lie. I know Iraq. My voice is magnificent like a shout in Skyrim. I'm clean at least 1 year, maybe more. Alright, prior and reformed Fent addict Mickey the Mute. Proud of you. Proud of you. But Mickey, post voice in the Discord right now or you're lying. I meant due to the vaccines. Oh, I was like, okay, I'm a tiny bit confused here. Half orphan. Either way. Lol, I'm banned. That's right, I did ban you. Ha, loser. Ha, loser. Unban me. Hell no. You're a fucking weirdo freak. You know? You made the vibes mad weird. You know what I mean? Keep them in, of fucking course. Like, post on your channel. Mickey the Mute, post on your channel. You have a YouTube channel. Just be like, hi, Chaos's Discord. Whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're banned from the Discord, that's for sure. I'm banned from donating to I want to give you your Xmas present. Yeah, you are. You are, for a fact. Hello, Merry Christmas, Moss. Thank you. I'm on a phone and mistype words a lot because of it. That's fair, that's fair. Keep his ass banned. If it weren't for you keeping me from it, he'd be banned here too. He's kind of entertaining here. I've never met a Fent addict. You know, a prior Fent addict. What does it feel like taking fentanyl? Mickey the Mute. Because I know heroin, like, is, like, super ecstatic and, like, everything feels amazing. But what does Fent feel like? I'm a little, uninformed. But I'd love to learn. It's called Fat Thumb Syndrome. KO, do you go to a lot of cons? I have a ton of them in Vegas. I really don't. I'm not really social, and I'm kind of detached from the modern day anime fan, and conventions are just kind of like a nightmare for me now. It's just gacha games and shonen, and I'm just not that audience anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like, I will say, me personally. God, why is my throat killing me today? The gacha games kind of go against a lot of my ideals and views of the world, so I can't say them with open earnesty that I support them. You know what I mean? Do you have any tips to calm down my nerves? Because I'm getting snowboarding tomorrow for Christmas as a person in my family. It's my first time snowboarding. That sounds kind of scary, but I think specifically for people, if you take cold water and splash it on your face, it's supposed to stimulate your vagus nerve, which is a nerve that helps calm you down. Like, it's a very important nerve in the body when it comes to, I think it might be your limbic system, excuse me. So splashing cold water in your face will help you cool down. Splashing water on your wrists, and also humming. Humming stimulates your vagus nerve. Miku is evergreen as a con, at least. I'm sick of Miku too. I'm done with that bitch. I've moved on. I've moved on to Suisei. Miku who? You know what I mean? That's not gonna be my personality. Okay, but I'm curious. I am curious. I like to learn about people, and I've never met someone who's a Fent addict. So can I please ask, what does it feel like when you take fentanyl? You know what I mean? Because, like, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it like a kind of like a numbing thing? Like, isn't fentanyl inside anesthesia? So it'd like numb you, and you'd basically kind of like not feel anything. I see. Isn't that like what they, yeah, just went to sleep. Okay. Okay. So it's like kind of like taking anesthesia in a way, if I'm not mistaken. Too late. Hey, VTubers whole life are huge at the cons. Yeah, that's true, but then I have to draw. That's true, but then that's the next problem. I have to draw. I need to draw more. Okay, if the government starts issuing letters of marque and reprisal again, would you be open to become a privateer with your Donatachis? I don't know what any of those words mean. Rico, what does this mean? What does that mean? What is marque, reprisal, and what is a privateer? But all I'm saying, if I was going to war with you guys, the Donatachis, we might be fucked. Oh, no, actually, we have a lot of veterans here and active duty military. We might survive. We might survive, actually. We have Hayu. He'd be my second in command. Hayu. He's such a smart guy. I'm challenged, says Mickey the Mute. Okay. Gotcha games have great content, but I cannot enjoy the content due to the offline play not being an option. Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? Rico, that is wild. What does that mean? What do those words mean? Rico's like next level. Like sometimes he's so intellectually creative sometimes. I don't know what the hell any of this means. You know what I mean? It's pronounced Mark. Okay. I said Marquee. Okay. You getting to be the CEO to Hayu would be so funny. That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious, actually. Yeah, my knees are both F, so I might hold this back. I hope you're good with like Intel or something. Thank you. I love you, Leaf. Okay. Okay. Rainbow flag emoji. Okay. A letter of marque and reprisal is a license issued by the government to be a legal government-sanctioned pirate. Okay. Okay. Huh. I think we could make something work. I don't know what we'd accomplish though. That's the only problem. Coffee is a great addiction. Yeah, I tend to have caffeine addictions. I feel like I've been streaming forever. I'm like such a weird headspace right now, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty sure it's when private citizens can claim enemy ships or something. Okay, so we can like legally take over things. Letters of marque is when a Congress says you can go to a foreign country and steal under certain conditions. A privateer is a person who makes a career of this. Interesting. I've never even heard this before. Whoa, 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 not a pirate, a privateer. Oh god, we get Pirates in the Caribbean back in the year of our Lord 2025. Pirates in the Caribbean. Pirates in the Caribbean. I have relapsed on Monster Zero Ultra. I have a new flavor of Monster in my fridge. It's like some green, I don't know, it's like some collab with some kid. I don't know, F1 kid. It's zero sugar though. F1 Monster. I'm gonna try it tomorrow. It's called the Lando Norris Zero Sugar. So I'll give a review tomorrow morning. That's my Christmas gift, you guys. I get to try the Monster energy drink that I saw at the checkout today at Walmart for $2.49. Unbelievable. I swear to God, they used to be a lot cheaper. So drinking 56 coffees a day is a good caffeine addiction. Definitely not, my dear Moss. Henry Morgan was a privateer. Who the hell? Okay, Rico, Rico's like, why can I not find a wife? And then he just goes on these little tangents of like whatever. Who the hell is Henry Morgan? Some dapper lad with a mustache. I love Monster Energy Drink. I love Monster Energy Drink. Matt only what's going on there. I think a modern example is like when Ukraine farmer took a Russian tank and the Ukraine government said it's tax-free. Oh, okay. That makes sense for the under certain conditions. Okay, did you hear about the new Navy upgrades and ships they're doing? No. Navy? I did hear that the Navy's upgrading the barracks. Shout out to that. Navy fleet upgrades. Let's see, what's getting upgraded? God willing, the Carl's Venison. Or whatever that guy's name is. Trump class battleships. Not the BBs. Drama. He's so fucking drama. New classes of ship? What's a class? Oh, I mean, as in like the name, like BBs are battleships and stuff like that. Unless they're creating like an actual new type of ship, like a shipcraft. That's mad funny. He's such a fucking goober. I do wonder though. Lasers, like that's normal. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it sounds like it's just like battleships though. Okay. It's the Golden Fleet because the president pissed AI over it. Hell yeah. Golden showers. We'd love to see it. But I broke my saw yesterday, says Brock. Okay. KO, you're literally discussing alcohol right now. How do you not know who Henry Morgan is? I am a kid alcoholic. Listen here, I'm drinking Ciroc, tequila, Fireball. Fireball was my first, like, alcohol. Like, I got into alcohol was Fireball. A tiny bit of Midori. That was not that good. I don't know. And that's about it. The Carl Vincent. There we go. What the? I said Charles Vincent? The Carl Vincent. Pirates and privateers are almost synonymous. Okay. 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 They're not even battleships in any sense of the word. They're destroyers. The destroyers? They're just DDs? What size are they? That's really funny though. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Raul. I appreciate it. I was not bad in the Discord. I listened to you. Mickey, you're a fucking freak, Mickey. I have to keep you. Listen here, Mickey. This is for both of us. I will eventually, if you piss me off too much, I'll just kill you. I'll block you off of everything, and I won't interact with you. I know you're here because you want interaction. So, because you started making these, you started making this uncomfortable and unhealthy, I pushed you away. Now I'm keeping you at an arm's length. You're allowed in the public YouTube channel, but if you mess that up, you're gonna get banned here too. You know what I mean? But I don't want you at a close arm's length from me, which is in the Discord. You know what I mean? You're too much of a freak. You're a freak. You never heard of Captain Morgan's spiced rum? Maybe. Maybe. I've seen this picture. I've seen this picture before. I see. Captain Morgan rum. Okay, 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 okay. Mickey, in every social group, one person gets tagged it, and you're unfortunately tagged yourself as it. Mickey has no clue how... Mickey has no clue how close to the edge he is. As long as I can continue... I'm gonna bite my tongue. I'm gonna bite my tongue. You had a mental episode and backed out. Me? No. Okay, first of all, my mental episodes are part of me. It's normal. So, like, me having a mental episode is not, like, anything significant. It's just another day. You know what I mean? It's another day that ends in Y. So it has absolutely nothing to do with anything. If I was in that mental state in the past, I will probably be in that mental state in the future, and I might probably be in the same mental state now in the present. You know what I mean? So that means nothing. But I don't like you, Mickey. You're very entertaining. You're very entertaining. You know what I mean? Because I find you fascinating. I've never had a prior Fent addict in my chat. This is brand new. You're an uncharted territory right now, Mickey. But that's the only reason. Don't get it twisted. You know? This guy is delusional. He's insane, but he's very interesting. Don't fly too close for the sun there, Mick, speaking from experience. Exactly, 404 is also banned from the Discord. You know what I mean? And he's gonna stay banned. You know, I gotta keep him at an arm's distance. But as long as they're respectful in the community, the YouTube chat, it's a whole different environment, so it's fine. Because the thing is, I don't have enough time to address all your shenanigans 1v1 in the Discord, you know what I mean? But I can do that very easily live. I can easily beat the shit out of you live, and it's entertaining, you know what I mean? I get content out of this, you know? You know? So I'll allow it. But in the Discord, I'm like, damn, I have to live my fucking life, you know what I mean? I work. Mickey, I know. Listen here, actually, Mickey. I have a great question for you. What do you do for employment? Are you employed, Mickey? What do you do as a job? You're too weak in the head for me. Alright, alright. Listen here. Another day, another victory for the OG, says Triggered Gibson. I'm a little confused. Okay, I'm a little confused. It's a bad idea for mixing alcohol and caffeine, absolutely. You know? Sometimes I think of Sometimes I think of Gorge, Washington crossing the Delaware River. Why not? Shout out to Gorge. You know, shout out to Gorge, Washington. See you soon, Leaf. See you later, BRB, says that one, Leaf. Damn, I have to say KO was pretty lenient with that one chat member. I will say, like I said, like I am fine as long as I am able to talk to this person. If they're spammy, if I feel like they're not listening to what I'm saying, I don't want that type of conversation. You know what I mean? But in the Discord, it's much different because like a Discord is like offline. I don't want to come in and see fucking Freaky Meeky going crazy because he has some weird fucking obsession over me. But in public, again, we can all watch, you guys. We can all watch and observe and then like run into the Discord after and be like, hey guys, what'd you guys think? You know? It's a modern day Mean Girls situation. I'm drunk enough to not notice that misspelling. Well, Crispy gave her another chance to see how she acts this stream. Everything I thought initially in my head, I was like, I cannot say that out loud. I don't think I should stop mixing it. You probably should stop mixing it, Moss, to be honest. Trigger Gibson. I'm so confused. Where the hell did that come from? Who are the OGs? The OGs of what? I've returned. You're allowed to celebrate. Thank you. Welcome back, that one, Leave. I missed you, actually. I was a little afraid. I was like, damn. You know? Miki. Those are what we call inside thoughts. Those are, you know, TOS thoughts. Those are TOS thoughts I had. You know? The difference between a privateer... Oh my god. Why are we still talking about this? Oh my god.
The difference between a privateer and a pirate is that they're privateers when they're on your side, but pirates when they're working from an enemy. Same as a freedom fighter versus terrorist,
says Rico. Thank you, my dear Rico, for that. I appreciate it. Anything else? You said something about mental episodes every day, so I said that. Oh, I was like, okay, okay. Have fun with that, Mickey. Yeah, he's just popping off. The thing is, Crispy Clee, that the answer to him is you just ignore him because he starts malding when he doesn't get attention, you know? You just gotta ignore him. This is a great, what's it called? What is it called? When you do something? An exercise, there we go. This is a great exercise for chat to learn how to starve these people who are attention whores, which is just by not giving them attention if needed. You know what I mean? He's gonna try and lash out. Like, for example, like, look at this. Tasato doesn't even acknowledge him, and it makes Mickey seethe. You know? Tasato is a great example. Tasato, you get an A. I'm grading you, you guys. I'm grading you. There are some rather extreme groups who like to target certain people. Okay, I'm assuming. I'm assuming. Do you really think so? I'll sleep with $5 bill tonight and pray for his forgiveness. I'm not sure what that was for, Howdy, but okay. Local Navy vet triggered by naval autism. Oh my god. Listen here. I don't even like the boats. I don't even like the boats, Rico. Listen here, Rico. Rico, have you... Okay, listen here, my dear Rico. My dear, lovely Rico. Have you ever been in a relationship before? I do wonder. Tasato would be Mickey since KO mentioned it. Hell yeah, whatever that means. America flows through my blood. Who's Mickey? Mickey? Okay, so Trigger Gibson. Mickey is this freaking chat. His name is Mickey the Mute. He is a prior fentanyl addict who I think I'd say like 6 months ago had only $2,000 to his name, but got in a car accident, got insurance money, got 10K, thought it made him a rich bitch, came to my chat and tried to buy my attention with money via super chat donations and just straight donations. He was getting freaky in the Discord because he was like, oh, I don't have KO's DM access yet. I'm like, that's mad fucking weird. Get the fuck out of here. And then he started harassing my Instagram saying like, please, I can keep the money donations private. We don't have to take this public. I miss what we had. He's kind of like insane in the fucking head, but he's like fascinating at the same time. So like, and that's why he sticks around. But if he pisses me off, I'll execute him. But in the meantime, I'm like, I've never had a prior fentanyl addict in my chat before, you know? Now I'm not getting back in a relationship anymore. I got cheated on, my heart broken so many times. No, thank you. That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes relationships are not for people. They're not for me. You know what I mean? Oh, type shit for real. You know what I mean? If I'd been in a relationship before, do you really think I'd be watching a cartoon woman argue with a junkyard? Stop! A cartoon woman argue with a junkie on Christmas Eve. Damn. I meant like ever in your life. That was really fucking funny. Damn. It's funny because, like, I think, you know, bullets for everybody. I took a bullet, Mickey took a bullet, you took a bullet. Everyone gets a bullet today. You know what I mean? Rest of the chat because you guys are here too. So it's not a bit. No, Trigger Gibson, he's actually insane. He's actually insane. It's very fascinating though. You know what I mean? That's so funny. Okay, so it has a man that lives with her, but she wanted me around because she wanted me to post. Leave me alone instead of blocking. You see what I'm saying? Triggered? This is what I'm talking about. Just straight delusional, but true. Rico, you're so fucking funny sometimes. Who said that? Who said what? The joke? Rico. Rico did. Who the F is Mickey? Is that like a Mickey Mouse character or something? I don't know. I think he's a kind of like a delusional person. He keeps changing his profile picture. The only thing I haven't noticed, Mickey, you change your profile picture like once a day. You're like literally insane. I don't know, because you were the sixth SpongeBob the other day. You were my Standy the other day. You're now this Red Moon. I think there was like a third one after I, oh, I think you showed a picture of your face at one point. What is wrong with you? Yeah, the man is me. Oh God, Tasada, you're mad funny. I hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal? I appreciate it. I can never tell if there's a stream delay. Sometimes I'm just slow, I'm not gonna lie. You know, Mickey just can't measure up to Desato. He's 6'7". Exactly. Desato is 6'7". Mickey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Mickey? Literally. That sounds like a stalker and a creep. People I hate very much. Yeah, that is the case. I will say Mickey's kind of delusional. Sometimes like I've dealt with like insane stalkers before in the past. And from my experience, like if you just like get rid of them right away, they can get like angry, but like usually if you like kind of like slowly starve them, they'll lose interest. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like the slow starver kind of like mechanism. I think it's past KO. That was Freddie Gibbs. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Your model's super cute. Thank you. I drew it myself. Thank you. My knees are not bad, says Mickey the Mew. Okay. OMG 6'7", says Mr. Turtle. Yep, Tasato is 6'7". He's the living incarnate of 6'7". I switch my profile picture like maybe once a year. Yeah, exactly. Like when I like do like new merch or something, I'll switch it then. But Mickey's kind of like losing his mind. I've dealt with insane stalkers before, as though your most dedicated stalker is in the chat right now and working part-time as your TTS. Exactly. You see, Rico, listen here. I'm a utilitarian type of person. I put people to work. I find out what I can do to exploit them and I put them to work. Look at this auto. Insane, head over heels in love with me. Now I've turned him into a worker for me. You know, what is a girl to do, you know? What am I supposed to do? How do you deal with attention hoes again? It really depends. If they're entertaining, I will like every now and then, like as you can see, like I'll ignore some of his messages. I won't even read them. I like read like the first 2 words. Like Mickey, listen here, Mickey, here's a pro tip. You gotta clickbait me within the first 3 words, because if you don't, I don't read the rest of your message. But either way, so I missed like the majority of his message, and you know, that's when he's like, he starts to lose interest, and then I randomly read one, and he's like, wait a minute, she's actually paying attention to me, she's giving me attention, and so he gets all like riled up again, and now we got more content generation in the chat. So you just give him like intermittent attention every now and then, you know? And then eventually, if you want to get rid of them, you just ignore them, and they'll just die out. They'll just get starved for the attention, because that's all they're here for, is attention. Hello, Panaro! How are you doing? That's how she dealt with me. She put me to work. Exactly. No way this isn't a bit. I'm so serious. That's what's the funniest fucking thing. Trigger Gibson, this is not a bit. I've had some insane people in chat. Like, Tasato is head over heels in love with me too, but at least he behaves, so I keep him around as my guard dog. And, you know, so he calls everyone I'm his wife, and so it keeps other parasocial freaks away, but sometimes, like, they get in, like, look at Mickey, you know what I mean? Sometimes they get in. But I got Tasato to get a job. He had, like, fucking, I don't know, he hadn't cut his hair in, like, 10 years, and it was, like, really long and ugly. I'm like, that's so gross, cut your hair. So he cut his hair, And he's on the up and up, but there's a lot of insane people around here. This is a benign dictatorship. I can see that. Since I joined this community, I've changed my profile picture only once. I remember that. It was a, I think a whole life English profile picture prior, like Gigi, I think, maybe? Kale feeds the fire for content. Exactly. Every now and then. Am I an attention hoe? Sometimes I think I am. You're definitely not. You're definitely not. Mickey is an attention whore. Tasato used to be one, and Debunk used to be one, but they got enough attention. You know, I'm no longer novel and cool to them anymore, so now they're not as attention hoe anymore. Like, this is, it's a process, you know what I mean? Is it annoying or creepy to have a stalker, KO? I've had some insane ones where it's like I've had like do like a police report. I had one, funny enough, I think it was before I started streaming. It was the weirdest thing. I bought on one of my social, I have 2 Instagram pages. I have like a VTuber one, and then I have a art one. I bought a object. I'm not gonna say what it was, because kind of like I don't want this person to interact with me at all. You know what I mean? I bought a customized personal object from this seller, this person who was selling their stuff on, excuse me, Instagram. And because it's just like, you know, I was buying something and that's it. I wasn't interacting with them, I was just buying something. So I gave them my information. So it's like, you know, yeah, my doc's information, because I'm like, okay, I'm paying you, send me the product. We do that, whatever. This person, she starts going through all, she finds like she looks at my account, she looks at my art account, starts going through all my content, and becomes obsessed with me. Like, absolutely fucking insane over me. And she was a smaller business owner, so she started asking me for a little bit of tips. And I'm like, I'm always happy to help business owners or whatever. She starts reading too much into it. Hello, Angel Plays, how are you doing? And just absolutely loses her mind. She had a BPD attachment to me, and started doing these things where I think like she accused me of flirting with her. She had a husband, and she was willing to risk it all, essentially. It was so much stuff, and I'm like, what? And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then at one point, she sent me a video, because I was like, okay, this is a little weird. She sent me like a video, a face-to-face video of her explaining her side and her emotions and stuff like this, and it was just absolutely wacko insane. And then she started, because she had my address, she started saying like, oh, you know, I can come in Vegas to see you, and I'm like, no thank you. And then she sent me another gift, which this gift was like I think it was like $400 or $500, so it was a rare gift. It was like an expensive gift. But eventually she just died out. I think I may have blocked her, all things considered. Poor husband. I know he rescued her from stripping. So it was just mess. It was just a mess. Are you very forgetful? Sometimes. I was a woman that is obsessed with you. I thought I was a guy. I've had guys too, but the most recent one where it's like the restraining order type thing was the woman. Fortunately now you have pistols, you don't have to file police reports. Exactly. Guys, I hate to be put in a self-defense situation. I hate it so badly. Honestly, the universe can have the girl who made the blue fox, but I want the fox so badly. Mickey, you're a freak. Has there ever been a good attention hoe? Yeah, that one Leaf was a good attention hoe. Tasato was kind of like, I thought he was a bad attention hoe at first, but he had a good one, so I was like, they can be good attention hoes. So I'm grateful for that gift, you know what I mean? I was like, this is insane. That lady was quite the crumbled cookie, leaving a marriage like that. It was just a whole lot. It was a whole lot. You don't use a P.O. box? So what happened with her? I have a P.O. box, yeah. I have a P.O. box. For her specifically, it was just, I never did this again. It was just, I was buying something off of her store, so she had my information that way, you know? So I was just like, you know, it's fine to give your address. But now that I realize anything that's linked to my personal social media, this to me, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. Because like I gave her my personal information and it's linked to my technically social media, I should have done that. You know what I mean? I should have done that. Don't put Kyoza in high defense, the self-defense situation. You know what I mean? What's a sad story? Many of these people won't get help or until it gets much worse. It just sucks because like a lot of it is just like really obsessive. It's like, I've talked about this before. I forget what the word I'm looking, limerence. That's the word. It's called limerence. It's where it's like this thing that kind of happens from like mentally ill individuals, like mostly from like BPD. But it's where, to me, she acts like she's in love with me and says it's a crush and stuff like that, but it's really not. It's like this diluted fascination with me that she forms like an attachment issue. It's like with for example, Debunked. He did that. He became limerent for me, where it's like this weird fascination, obsession, but truly, I don't think it. Ko Ki Kenyo. Good evening. Rico. There we go. Good evening. Konbanwa. Maybe. I don't even know. I'm allergic to anything. I've heard of limerence, super interesting phenomenon. Yeah. So like Debunk did that for me, because like Debunk technically Warao I don't think it would, I would say like you have to like know the person better for it to be love. I say it was love and I'm gonna hold on to it. I don't think, like, see, it's like you say that though, but it's like you don't know the true me, so I don't think you could love me. You know what I mean? I think you were limerent for me, because I know for a fact, I will say, Debug, but the past people I was obsessed with, I thought it was love when I was in close proximity. I know I was just limerent for that person. That person had character traits that I was attracted to and I wanted to become, so I became obsessed with this person. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm obsessed with this person without it being love. You know what I mean? And I like literally deluded myself that I was like sexually attracted to these people. It was insane. You know what I mean? Good night, Crispy Clee. Rika. Oh, sorry, Rika. I said your name wrong. Sorry. Moshwake arimasen. I had a stalker before in school. I was 17 back then and she would not leave me alone one bit and I needed to get restraining order. Yeah. I had one in like the military. When it's like, when you have like, when you're in close proximity, thankfully for me and this person, the girl, we were separated by states. But when you like work with the person or close proximity, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. Catching feelings can go hard, but love is different. Yeah, to me, exactly. Like unreciprocated love, a crush, being limerent, it's like different from love. To me, you have to somewhat kind of like have reciprocated love feelings for it to be love, and it's just like the other person falls out of love. Does that make any sense? You know what I mean? Because it's like, can you really love someone if you don't know them enough? It's okay. Okay. Daijobu. Reminds me of the time I thought I liked this person, but then I realized it's because they just look and act like me. I can't tell if that's serious or not. Bye, you. Thank you, Angel Place, for being here. I wish I had a stalker, peak attention. It's very interesting. At first you're like, haha, this is so funny, this person's obsessed with me, and so it can kind of get to your head because you're like, look how much control and power I have over this person. Look how obsessed they are with me. But it can, as I've gotten older, I know now is incredibly painful on the recipient because they will never, ever get reciprocated feelings, and that's like their one true goal. And so it's just like, I kind of feel bad for that person, you know what I mean? Because like never ever ever will I reciprocate their feelings, and so that kind of sucks. Just as you might grab the wrong things when starving, you don't want to jump the gun with someone if you're lonely. Exactly. Funny how love keeps coming up. For me, love can be learned. The attraction has to be there. Just having a crush is not enough. Yeah, I don't even know what I would call, like, I noticed like my father does the same thing where he is so, I don't know, like isolated from like humanity in a way, where it's like I don't really see him ever falling in love, ever. And it's just like, it's by his design. Like he was married to my mom, and it was so funny because he's like, I will never ever marry another person in my entire life, and he stuck to that. He's like, what did he say? He's like, I won't even marry a person in hell. Like he fucking would never do it again. But he's just not really a lover kind of person. I do notice I'm very similar. I don't even know when I'm in love with a person or not, because 9 times out of 10, it almost is just like I enjoy the attention more so than I love them. So the real question is what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Now you put it that way, it reminds me of the time I was parasocial. When were you parasocial with who? You know? You don't want to stalk or trust me, at least not 6 of them at school when you're 17 is awful. Yeah, that definitely is insane. Probably being realistic about this relationship and not being codependent and whatnot. This is me. Hold on, what did me say? How would you describe the difference between a crush and limerence? A matter of degree? Absolutely. A crush is like you're happy to see them when you pass, you're happy to interact with them. Limerence is like it's like it consumes your thoughts and you have a visceral and like a physical reaction to the person. You know, so it's like if they slightly reject you or if they ignore you, you physically feel it and it hurts, you know? A crush is just like, okay, man, that kind of sucked. But you're not like gonna let it be the end of the world, you know what I mean? Your dad is so funny. My dad is the funniest person alive. The 6th SpongeBob was because I never got rejected by a drawing. That's good to know, Mickey the Mute. You know what? I'm glad, you know, you're just in your own little world. You know what I mean? Can you love without limerence? You can. You can, Debunk. You can. But for me personally, the person you're obsessed with, the type of person you're obsessed with, you need to do a lot of intrinsic realization about it. Again, Debunk, like for example, you're obsessed with me and you loved me allegedly. We're not compatible people. And like you didn't respect that in your mind and you just thought like you were gonna love the person regardless. You know what I mean? Because like love is like both parties are on a good equal, like they're a good match. You know what I mean? So you probably, the people you become limerent for is gonna be very different compared to the person you fall in love with. Because like 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, when you're limerent for a person, and like your degree of obsession, it's almost like because like you like my characteristics. I don't think you'd like me as a partner. Like think about it. You know what I mean? I've never reciprocated feelings towards you that indicate that I would be a good partner for you. You know, you're just like, you're probably just, you just like how I handle things. You want to take some of my characteristics and make them your own. That's how I see it. I have a crush on you still, Kaoza. Good night, Howdy. All roads lead to Rome anyway. I was parasocial with another VTuber a few years ago. Shit started with 12 and lasted till 16. Really? What VTuber was it? Was it a small one that you could interact with? Or was it like a big one? I am interested about that. But BRB, I have to run to the bathroom. I've returned. How does limerence differ from RSD? I don't know what RSD is. It was streamer Gargura. That's so funny. I do wonder, I can understand a parasocial attachment to, what's it called? Small streamers, because you can interact with them, but the big ones are very interesting. All things considered. Never had interacted either. That's so funny. Gargura. And to me, she's not really, from the content I've seen, I'm not a super diehard fan, but she wasn't really like the kind of extreme, to me, there's like different VTubers where it's like, it's just a person using, that one chub bud, a person using an avatar to communicate versus someone playing like an entertainer. To me, she was such a, I'm playing as an entertainer, I'm not really interacting with the audience. Just every now and then she'd retry. So that's very interesting. You know what I mean? Because like you can tell it's like some VTubers, they're just entertainers. Hello Haruto, how are you doing? Rejection sensitive dysphoria. Oh, I see what you're saying. It could be both. It could be both technically. You know? It does give me hope, though, that maybe I can fall in love with someone and not go through that hell again. Exactly. We're just, you think about it, Debunk. We're not compatible in the least. You know, I don't care about your feelings. Like, not that I don't care. That sounds terrible. Like, I'm not the type of person to be like, you're a sensitive kind of guy. You know, you need a sensitive girl. I'm not that bitch. You know what I mean? I'm like a man. Okay, honestly, maybe Debunk. maybe you're looking at the wrong gender. You know what I mean? Chaos, you see, I have some characteristics that very much instill parasocial in me. I wonder what you mean by that. You know? Wait, is Leaf the chumbud who used her stream cancellations to track her cycle? Oh my god, I could believe that. Like I said, there is a lot of value into a man tracking a female's hormonal cycle. I'll give a class on this, you guys. I'll give a class on this one day. You know what I mean? Are you talking about being ugly? Just upgrade to medium ugly like me. This is Tasato. As I said previously, we are very different people, and wow, F you too, LMAO. I know that was so funny. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like we're not even the least bit compatible. You know what I mean? Like, at least technically me and Hayu are compatible. You become strong in text like you have Russian voice. Shout out to Mickey, who's probably intoxicated with substances. Tracking your cycle can save your life, guys, says Tasato. Alright, Tasato. I'll give you a reward if you know what cycle day I'm on. I'll give you a reward. You got one chance, one opportunity. Don't let it slip. What cycle day am I on? You should, for real. So first of all, it's very scientific and it's very fascinating. I was kind of explaining, I don't know if you're in the Discord, where I was railing Rico because he has a misconstrued idea of women. I was like, it's very, women are attracted to different things depending on their hormonal cycle and if they're on birth control. Because the only time a woman can get pregnant is during ovulation. A lot of people don't know this. They think they can get pregnant any time of the month. They can't. It's only during ovulation. The issue why it seems like a woman can get pregnant any time of the month is that when sperm is in the body, it can last a long time. I think it can last like almost a week in the body. So that's why it kind of feels like they can get pregnant anytime. But it just so happened the sperm lasted in the body until ovulation. But during ovulation, women are attracted to certain traits that indicate like strong and healthy children. So they're gonna be very masculine traits. They're gonna be like the more aggressive men, the tall men, the strong-jawed men, the broad-shouldered men, stuff like that. But once they're off of that ovulation phase, they kind of get like not so obsessively attracted to that. And if they're on birth control eliminates the ovulation phase window completely because birth control stops pregnancy, and that's the only time you can get pregnant. So women who are on birth control are looking for partners that are more fatherly like figures because they're in the settle down phase of their life, as if like they're older, you know, because like once you stop ovulating you hit menopause. So they're looking for like more softer long-term partners that fatherly like soft soy boys, you know what I mean? So depending. Day 8, I believe. Okay, let me verify. Where's my phone? I'd love to hear you and Rico discuss this on stream. I know, Rico's so fucking funny. I like Rico. When are we collabing, country boy? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm it down, Ami Ami. Ami Ami is trying to... Listen here, Ami Ami. My finances are not the greatest right now. Quit asking me things. I feel embarrassed just throwing out the characteristics that easily get me hooked on people. I'm curious. Tell me them anyway. Having poor heart personality trait go from fun, interesting to reminder of the worst days of life, fatality really sucks. I'm a little confused by that. I'm a little confused. You don't understand? So long as you make her pupils turn into hearts, it can happen anytime. And if a woman is interested in you, her pupils will dilate. They'll get bigger. You know? She'll also like have a tendency to show more of her neck or play with her hair, and her pitch of her voice will get higher as well. Alright, let's see. Ooh, Tasato, rough day. Rough day. You said day 8? Oh, unbelievable. Day 10. Fake fan. Fake fan. I thought hormonal birth control tricked your body into thinking it was perpetually pregnant. No, it's like it puts you in a constant luteal phase. A constant luteal phase. There is different types of hormonal birth control. There's like progesterone dominant, and then there's like, I forgot what the other one is, but most of them put you into a perpetual luteal phase, which is the the phase after your ovulation, which when you're in your luteal phase as a woman, you have a higher increased appetite and you have a slightly higher metabolism, but your appetite really increases because it's preparing to have a period to like get rid of all that fluid and stuff like that, so your body eats more to prepare for that. And that's why so many people, women on birth control, gain weight, because they're constantly in that luteal phase, that they constantly feel hunger. Fun fact. Alright. In good conscience, I cannot come on your stream as I'd like to say something incredibly inappropriate could compromise the channel. I got a guy kicked off his college radio station once. I mean, I don't think there's like, listen here, Rico, you must learn to govern yourself, Rico. You know, oh, we canceled the order. Thank you, Amy. You must learn to govern yourself. You'll become more powerful. Because I know how you are, Rico. I know how you are. You must govern yourself. Stay 10, wow, I was way off. Was thinking either 8 or 9. I know, embarrassing. Embarrassing. You know? I will take a guess it'll be January 10th, around the 10th or 9th. As in my next menstruation? What the? Hold on. What is today? I don't know. I'm really bad at dates. Hold on. Flip, it doesn't show me a future calendar. It just shows me what day. Oh. View calendar. What is this? I mean, that technically, I think that'd be like around my next fertile window. Man, I'm old and I'm wondering what my granddaughter is doing. Okay, Moss. Okay. That's why you get the weight gain. Yeah. It sucks. I used to be on Depo-Provera for like a decade. Well, I guess it's good news in that my ex was into me never having been on birth control. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Personally, I'm not I'm not sexually active, so I'm like, it doesn't even matter. But I'm not on birth control because it's just like, it just messed with me so much mentally and I gained so much weight off of it. And it was really funny though, because like yesterday, because I had an x-ray done, they forced me to take a pregnancy test. I'm like, I'm not, there's literally no physical way I'm pregnant unless this is Virgin Mary stuff. And they're like, well, you're in the child rearing ages, so we have to. And I'm like, all right, that's fair. Gotcha. I'm a big fan of Kale's, but she just wants me to argue with her fine, says Mickey. You're a big fan of me? Oh, this is news to me. Okay. I guess would have been day 7, based largely at the time of your most recent crash out. You know who hasn't been a guest in your stream? And Toast? But in Toast's stream, Debunked. I don't know if Debunk could handle talking to me. Could you handle talking to me, Debunk, without losing your mind? Remember, Reina? Remember, I have to keep Debunked at an arm's distance. He'll go mad if I get him too close to me, you know what I mean? And before Tasato says he's God. What the? Hello, kinda cool, yeah? How are you doing? How are you doing? I support everyone. That's good to hear, kinda cool. I don't know if you should support everybody. You know, but you do what you want to do. The amount of people that lie is why they have a test no matter what, LMAO. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. What happens? What happens if, if I was pregnant and the baby gets zapped by the X-ray? I'm assuming just like a higher increased birth defect. I wonder. I could, says Debunked. I don't know about that. What does the fox say? That's a great question. Scroll back the last 2 hours and 19 minutes to find out. All right, then it's confirmed that he could. Thanks, Reina, for the confirmation. You sure, says that one, Leave. Look at that. Everyone's hesitating. Debunk, or excuse me, Tasato, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think Debunk could handle talking to me? I would like to interview Debunked. Interviewing a former parasocially addicted person to me. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. I do have questions, but I have to plan for it appropriately and write them out. You know? Bad stuff, cancer, birth defects. I see. Former. See, that's what I am worried about, Rico. Because he could be, because I almost killed him. Listen here, Debunk got so fucking infuriating. I almost killed him. And so I took him from the Discord. And I made it to where he was only able to communicate in the playground and daycare channel. I didn't want to see him anywhere else. Because that's the only channel where I'm like, you guys can do whatever as long as it doesn't break the server rules. And so I kept him in there. For how long, Debunked? I bet you probably know. It was at least like a month or 2. But, so it's like, I don't know if he's just acting, like, well-behaved now because he's afraid that I'm gonna kill him for real this time, because it's a high possibility, technically. But I don't know. It also could be that, there's enough time between us to where he's not as insane. Hop on stream right now and prove it. Whoa, 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 buddy. In his current state, not alone in, like, a fully one-on-one. I mean, he wouldn't die, but he'd also be way too nervous to be useful. Icky Vicky. Mickey coming in with the bangers. Guys, prior fentanyl addicts, if you ever wondered. Wait, don't have 12 granddaughters from my sister's side? Okay, okay. I'll try not to have 12 granddaughters from your sister's side. Okay. 34 days. It was only that long? It was only a month? I love how you had the fucking number. I love how you had the specific number. Okay. Chat, that sounded like solitary confinement. It's what he deserved, Reina. It's what he deserved. Which he never did apologize. Funny enough. Listen here, Reina. He was condemned, excuse me. He was sent to the brig. In the Navy, Reina, there's something called the brig, which is like a Navy jail. That's what he was. You know? No, it was October 22nd to the 1st of August, or fucking the 1st of December. Why can't, like, numbers can't even translate to, like, words? What the? I can't count. Okay. No, they have them too many granddaughters, my sister. Moss, what are you going on about, Moss? Some of you guys are very interesting, to say the least. Very, very, very interesting. I wish I kind of knew the mental states of my chat, you know? What is going on here? Moss, are you okay? It's Christmas, I don't have money for it, it's their presents. Okay. Okay. Do you know how hard it was to get over you? It shouldn't have been fucking hard. You've known me for 10 minutes, Mickey. You've known me for 10 minutes. It shouldn't be hard at all. And get over yourself, Mickey. I told you I'm not interested. And I never will be. You know what I mean? Never ever. Especially now that I know your prior, your history. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's Christmas. It is. I read that wrong again, sorry. Ah, yes, August, the 12th month of the year. Why did, like, dude, it's just like, it's whenever, like, the number inputs information, the information gets severed every single time. Like, why did I say August 1st? And I'm looking dead at the 12th. I remember it because it was my anniversary for my streaming, and I still said August. What the? Mickey's new rage bait attempts are so, it's just given, you know. You know, perpetually in the state of mind of spinning the wheel hour by hour to see what emotion I get. I see, X Akira. You're also an interesting person. At least I get my paycheck 2 weeks later. Okay, woman brain moment. Yeah, I have I have a genuine case of dyscalculia. I have a confession to make. I've actually only pretended to be pure and innocent boy. I actually used to be a fent addict too. Alright, Tasato, if you want to kill all chances you had. Alright, sorry about that. Moving on. Where's Hayu? Should I call him on Discord right now? I bet you he'd pick up. Numbers and math appear to be KO's weakness. Oh, 100%. I have terrible directions and I have terrible, like, processing of, like, numbers. These guys need to understand that the first indicator that a woman likes you is that you can make her laugh, not at you. Exactly. Exactly, exactly. And I have not laughed at one thing Mickey has said other than his circumstances. I do find those comical. You know? I don't know, having Keizo laugh at me has worked so far. But that was more so your perspective on the circumstances. That's what made me laugh. You know what I mean? Not the twirl. I was merely jesting. I never did any kind of hard drug. Good on you. Guys, I want to take this moment to thank all my chatters who have made the conscious decision to not try any hard drugs. I'm proud of you. You guys have made it this far in life and haven't done any hard drugs. You know, the majority of you, I can't say everybody here, hasn't done fentanyl. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, you guys. Hayu is quite interesting. Hayu is funny as fuck. Okay, okay, listen here, Rico. You and Hayu would get along because you guys are both black pillars when it comes to women. And guess what? Like I said, he's also like in the military, so he can't like, he uses the excuse of, oh, well, I'm always on the move. Just like you do. You guys would get along so well. The black pillars. Oh, that'd be a great stream. Me versus the black pillars. The black pillars. What counts as hard? Probably like heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, extended use. Maybe if you just try once, you know, okay, I'll let it slide, you know. Isn't crack cocaine worse? I don't remember. I smoked pot while I was one vacation in Canada. I decided it wasn't for me. That's fair. I actually smoked for a year and I lost my mind. But it was one of the, it really sucked because it was a double-edged sword. Like, it is true, like, drugs and creativity go hand in hand. I had some of the most creative bouts in my life, but I also went slightly schizophrenic, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Who needs drugs when you have ADHD? Yeah, ADHD is horrible. Good chat maxers only do food addictions and be fat maxing. Exactly, Reina. We only allow the food addictions here, and even then, we're kind of like a little strict on them, you know what I mean? You have to ring up Hayu. Can you imagine? I wonder what Hayu's doing. Yes, please do ring Hayu. That'd be so funny. As far as I know, I've done nothing. Hell yeah. The black pill tachis, you know? I've never touched drugs in my life, and I'll make sure my grandchildren won't either. That's great to hear. You and your 17 plus 25 grandchildren. That's good to hear, Moss. Burnt peanut tachis. Oh, guys. Is it normal for me to never drink alcohol, do drugs, or smoking? No, you probably just had, like, strict parents, if I were to guess. I had really, really strict parents. I never really did any of those things. It was only after I had gotten out of the military, I smoked. Because I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? I couldn't when I was in the military. Now I can. And it was fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. My brain can already go pretty fast, like a bunch of like thoughts per minute, I guess you could say. They would go like 1,000 thoughts per minute. It was fantastic. I was unstoppable. I was unstoppable. 43 grandchildren, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was the most creative when I used weed. Also was pretty lazy too. I was a good worker. I was a thickie. I loved eating. I loved eating, but there's a lot of drawings I actually did during Blitzed. You know, have tried alcohol, not a fan. That's fair, that's fair. It's not for everybody. I only do substances socially. Yeah, same here, same here. Like, I've tried like a beer or two off of non-social situations, but it's just not really for me. I will say, because like I know cognitively it's just not the best decision, so I stay away. Gas station sushi, but yeah, that was my Pookie. Yeah, my parents are quite strict. Yeah, my mom was like mad strict. She was like, you're not allowed to get a boyfriend until you're 18. You're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to stay up past 8 p.m. It was hell. It was hell. I don't know if he's really an ex-addict. Oh, he could be a current. Is it normal to have a wolf birthmark on the back of my neck? It is normal. It is normal. I have a scorpion. Funny enough, I have a moss on my elbow. I have a scorpion-looking birthmark, but it also looks like a camel. Both of those animals are like one of the national animals for Iraq, I think. But yeah, it's like a camel slash scorpion. I smoked weed once and got violent. What the? How did you get violent? The first time I ever did it, I laid under a coffee table for like 2 hours. I was just like naked and afraid. She knew that kind of woman you were at your core, LMAO. What are you calling me a streetwalker? What are you saying? What are you saying, Desato? I do not regret being stone cold sober. I think people would hate to live like me. I don't know. I think like the thing is like me personally, I have like unironically high. Welcome back, Samantha. How are you doing? I have obviously high levels of dopamine. So I really don't need substances to be high, but when I'm high, I'm extremely high. But literally 98% of the time, I'm completely sober. I'd even go 99% of the time. Welcome back to my wife's stream, Samantha. Tasada, you're funny. I be so bored, I say anything all day. Alright. Teehee, says Tasado, you're funny. Dog, weed made me run to the nearest McDonald's, order 20 nuggies, eat them, and pass out. So I was like really, funny enough, I was impoverished when I was smoking. So shout out to that budgeting. But I used this when I was really, I lost my job for the military, and I went through like this really bad broke period where I had a bunch of like figures and stuff like that I had growing up, and I had to sell them in order to like pay rent and stuff like that. But the foods I would eat was all just canned foods, and I used to make this thing I called, what is it, what did I used to call it? Bean mash or something like that? Where you just take a can of pinto beans, a can of black beans, a can of red kidney beans, and you just smash it as hard as you can in a pot to where it turns into a paste. I think I call it bean paste. It turns into a paste, and then you put like shredded cheese on top and a little bit of sour cream. And it's heavenly. It's just peak poverty slop. And I used to eat that all the time. It was delicious when I was high. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. Another big poverty food I used to live off of was mashed potatoes. If you're broke, you guys, mashed potatoes, don't sleep on them. They have so many flavors, very flavorful, and you just literally add water. On top of that, you don't even need to microwave them. You just literally add like warm water, mix together potatoes, fantastic. She said you're funny. That's urine. Tasato can be funny. He can be funny. Candy for everyone. Thank you, Samantha. But Samantha, I'm gonna have to pass. I gotta stick to my diet. I'm trying to go on a diet right now, okay? I'm gonna have to pass, Samantha. But guys, feel free. Take one or two. That actually sounds so good. Yeah, and then you would take steak seasoning and mix it in with the beans, so it kind of had like a little tang to it. Peak poverty slop. You sure love your slop foods. I have chicken slop in the fridge, actually, which is just mayo, canned chicken, and mustard. A keto lover's dream. It sounds great. Exactly. Mashed potatoes don't even need gravy. Exactly. They really don't. Poverty and addiction are hard to break. You keep buying things that are basically luxury while the other expenses suffer. Yeah, the thing is like the most expensive thing for poverty is poverty. You know, everything becomes such a percentage of your income and source of money that it's like everything is insanely expensive. So it's like I do understand. Like that's when I smoked marijuana. I only smoked like, I don't know, a little bit a week. I was responsible by it, and by the time like I was like done with the marijuana before the next week, so it only lasted me like a couple days is what I'm trying to say. But you know, you still have to try and be responsible. See, you made her giggle. Get that marriage certificate. But back what I was saying, I think I've mentioned this before on stream. So back what I was saying is like when I was poor, I had to sell some of my figures from my childhood. Or like when I was growing up as a teenager and stuff like that, and when I was in the military, I bought figures, so I had to sell some of them to make ends meet. And one of them was Nendoroid Iowa from Kantai Collection, and I really loved her. And in passing, before I was a streamer, this was a couple years ago, in passing, I had mentioned to Hayu, because he said he just got her Figma, and I'm like, oh, I used to have her Nendoroid. But back when I had to, you know, make ends meet, I sold her, and he was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we just continued the conversation. And then he ended up sending me a gift package one day. And it was Nendoroid, Iowa. And he sent this letter. And it was so heartfelt and touching. I ugly cried for 10 minutes straight. I bawled my eyes out. And honestly, if I read it now, I'd probably cry again. I bawled my eyes out. I was like, that was so sweet. I bawled my eyes out, like I was just, you know, like ugly crying. Did you ever try psychedelics? No, the most I've ever done is marijuana. Oh, and edibles, so it's like kind of like the same thing technically. Take care of that poor baby moss, absolutely. Hey Kay, I'm getting a phone for Christmas, so I'm gonna take a few days off YouTube to get things set up. Hell yeah. Are you getting a good phone, Samantha? That's exciting. Getting a new phone's always exciting. Cute. Iowa was freaking awesome. I got the Figma figure. Yeah. And it's like we were both in the Navy. That's how I knew him, was in the Navy. And I'm like, oh, it's so touching. I'll have to post. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second, real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear me still. I'll have to see and post a picture of it again. It's so over. Even if the box was in close proximity, my closet is such a shit show. I couldn't even access it. But I'll see. I think I have a picture of it somewhere on my phone. Actually, let me check. Where's my other phone? I might still have it. It depends. My suspicion is an Android. I love Android, Samantha. I have a Flip 7. It's a really good phone. I have 2 iPhones. I have a I think a 16 and a 14. A 14 I use for my model tracking on my computer. I accidentally dropped it a week and a half ago, shattered the screen protector, and then last night I dropped my other iPhone and shattered the screen protector. I was just pissed. Alright, I'm back. He's on my lap right now. Okay. Okay, let me see. I wonder if he signed his name. I should be able to search for the letter. Select, where do I search? Oh boy, it's a time of year where I can't tell if those are fireworks or rapid gunshots. Let's see, hold on real quick. I'm trying to search. Oh, okay, I did find it. Okay. The only thing is, let's see. It's kind of blurry. I'm gonna edit it so you can see the text a little bit better. I still have the original box. Box with the letter. I just can't find the box right now. It's in my disaster closet. Guys, did you see in my Discord? I posted an accountability. My closet is a shithole. I have to get rid of a lot of more figures again. I'm probably gonna try and get rid of at least half the boxes in my collection. And some of these figures are gonna be like so dirt cheap, you know what I mean? Speaking of, maybe, okay, that one leaf, are you still in here? Are you still in here? I do wonder. I presume they're fireworks. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Can we buy them? Yeah, I will be, I'll be selling them for probably dirt cheap. A few of them I will, like, be scalping, but you won't even see the ones I'm scalping, but, yeah, probably. Yes, ma'am. Would you maybe did you have any issues when I sent you, that Chaos plushie? Because technically, I have, like, a Gargura Figma, if you technically wanted it, you know? Your ex. You know? Those things available on Etsy? My figures? No, I usually just sell them in my Discord, actually. Chat, there was a shooting star outside this week and I didn't even make a wish. That is sad, Reina. That is sad. Alright. So maybe I can send that to you, then that one leave. I don't remember if I had issues. I have to look back to the history, because like I know sending to Germany is just a nightmare. Okay, it was in 22. 22. I'm terrible naming my pets because so many dogs have the dumbest names. Okay. Good night, J-Stace. Appreciate you being here. You're saying there's a Gura stuff? That one leaf really likes Gargura. And I have a Gargura Figma I'll probably give to him. I'm still looking. Good, Jace. I have a Gura Nendoroid, but I don't think I have space for the Figma. Wild. This is like $120 figure, and he's like, I don't think I have no space. Wild. No, the Figma, funny enough, physically, I think the Nendoroid is bigger in density. The Figma is probably like 2 inches taller. It's not a figure, it's the action figure one, the one that can move. And it has a Good Smile exclusive bonus faceplate that you had to pre-order the figure to get. But you just don't have enough space. That's fair. That's fair. Do you have any auto merch? I used to have an auto plush. I technically have an auto Guitari, auto Rosu, I have the auto Rosu Guitamamari plush somewhere. I don't know where, I'm not gonna lie. It's her Sanrio plush. 120, I'll take it. Your greed knows no bounds. You're going straight to hell, that one, Lee. Hello, Curtis, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm still looking. That Mercedes is dope. Okay, okay, Brock. have heard of Nendoroids, but I haven't seen one. What does the Nendoroid do? It's just a little chibi, like a very cutesy anime style action figure. And it has like the faceplates can come apart. And that's literally it. Don't care, LMAO, greed is good. Oh my god. Your greed knows no bounds. Teto too. I do have a Teto as well, that one leaf. I do technically have a Teto Synth V Nendoroid. Would you ever eat a Snickers bar upside down? I have. Not only would I have. I have most of the stuff from her worldwide concert. Says Tasato. Is this cheating? Are you cheating on me, Tasato? With another content creator who's blue themed? I'll have much to ponder. Much to ponder. Why are you spoiling me? Which, first of all, the hardest part out of all this is getting my lazy ass to send it to you. But I don't particularly mind. No, it was from her first concert before we met. Still cheating. The fact that you still hold on to it. Guys, I think it's only fair. It's like you delete photos from your ex. You know what I mean? France, I can't find this. I would love to buy a plush if you have one. Did you get a plush, Tasato? Tasato triggered her yandere mode. No, this is just proof he's a cheating whore, aka he's for the streets. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think it's normal. His ex Oshi used to be Suisei. Tasato, where'd all your Suisei merch go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? No plush in the first concert merch. Okay. Speaking of figures, I got a model kit of PT for Christmas today. What the? Is that a Cancol? Or is just like, let me guess, an aircraft? 109? What is this? Nendoroids sound cute. I want to save up for one. I see. To my well-behaved members of my community, I give them stuff. We've been here long term though. I rehomed all my Suisei merch to a good home. All of it? You're lying. You're lying. And you will be persecuted and punished for that lie. Does anyone have a better name for the puppy I'm gonna take in? Name him Biscoff. Like as in the cookie butter. There we go. It was JFK's PT boat. What the hell is it? What is the significance of the PT boat? Oh, that's true. I'm sure I have some other stuff sitting around somewhere. Exactly. Tasato when he lies to my face. You know? All my Suisei merch, I rehomed it, and he lied to my face. Guys? Men. Biscoff is a great name. Exactly! And Merry Christmas to you too, CK Viper. Oh god, I'm supposed to stream early in the morning. Oh, I might have to push that back. I might have to push that back. Guys, I think I said stream for 7. I might have to push it back to like 8 or something. Biscoffs are so good. They're so yummy. Yummy. I'll keep that as one of the options. Spoiled Biscuits. Biscuit is a cute name too. You know. Past your bedtime. I will say it's like it's not necessarily, it's not just past my bedtime. It's I can't be around provocative content around this after 6 because I get so wound up. So as long as I'm just like calm, like for example, I wouldn't argue with anybody right now. I probably would, don't get me wrong. But I try not to. That's what I more mean as the bedtime. I can't get triggered, you know? Very ambitious set a stream for 7 on Christmas morning. I very often not think, oh, you guys, I'm having a confession stream coming up on the 31st. You can anonymously confess your sins in the, like I have a link in the Discord, and on that video I should have a pinned comment. I don't know if that lasts longer than 12 hours though, pinned comments. But either way, you can confess your sins there. I'll put it in the description too, so that's in case the comment disappears. But that way, and then we're gonna read all your confessions anonymously on stream on the 31st. We get to hear all you guys' dirty secrets and air them out for content. It was a lot of fun last year. I found a few psychopaths, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Oops. pop this open. What's the plan for the Christmas stream? Tetris will cycling for 7 hours? I don't have any particular plans, but it'll probably just be another chatting, but probably very likely Tetris. I don't know if I can do another... I've done 2.5, almost 3 hours of chatting. I don't know if I can do that again. First thing in the morning. But I know some of the other lonely Tachis like myself have nowhere to be on Christmas morning, so I'm trying to be there for them. Oh, France, I hate when you copy something and then, like, you go to paste it and you just copy the emptiness. I've already made a tiny confession, says Samantha. Cool. In the proper confession channel? Like, the channels to get there? Chat, bring forth your shame with your name so that we can improve you. That, too. But sometimes, funny enough, the way the people type, you can just tell. You can tell who it is. Confess here in all caps. Confess here. There we go. Also updated in the description. A live trial where you prosecute Tasato for cheating. Rico, you are here to see blood and blood only. Good God, you don't even care who. You don't even care who you're rooting for, who gets like assassinated. You don't even care. You'll just do it. Run the confession through the chat GPT easy clap. Through chat GPT, as in to find out possibly like the original person or something? What was the most memorable confession from last year? The one that made me get the most severe ick. I used to have like a kind of like parasocial dude. He pops up in every now and then. 404, he's probably still listening, maybe. He's in Maine. It's gonna be getting late for him. He sent me the fucking ickiest comment I've ever read in my life, and I'm like, I'm so repulsed. I hated his guts high-key ever since that. It was just so nasty. But it was just, and it was funny because it wasn't even like erotic or anything like that. It was just like, he said something like, his dream would be like me, like I'm getting the fucking ick thinking about it. His dream would be like me laying on his chest and him running his hands through my hair. I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. Don't ever speak to me again. And then after that, I've shown him zero affection ever since. You know? Who was it and what was the comment? That was 404. Ew. Yeah, it was just so fucking just gross, and it's just like, as if I'd have some fuck ass random person touch me. You're disgusting. And then he did another one. Oh, yeah. It was just weird. Asexual behavior. From who, Reina? From who? Very parasocial, insane. And he low-key kind of lost his mind after that because he was all pissy. Because he'd been supporting me for so long. And I'm like, okay, well, I hate to break it to you. It's not gonna mean anything to me. What else? I think Tasato confessed that he had a, he was talking about his chronic, masturbation obsession when he was a kid. And he would have gooning sessions that lasted literal hours. I think that was his confession. There was also the My Hero Academia forum confession. Oh yeah, then Soya did, their confession, which was, a big part of how I was able to find that they were the person who was spamming my Discord with all the, hard R's that one day. Saying I was gonna be, all these sorts of things, you know what I mean? Tasato, question mark? Yep, that was Tasato. And, that was so... I wonder if I said that... Okay, Tasato, you know what I'm talking about. I wonder if I said that publicly on that stream. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Thank you, Sunday! 100 joules! I appreciate King Jovi. I don't remember writing that. Most of my gooning was as an adult. It was like when you're younger. I also confess that I spent 3 hours to make videos at ungodly hours. Okay. What the hell? The Thesnosaurus was thought to be a turtle. What triggered this? What the? I'm going back to court to get a restraining order on my brother. Okay. Moss, I can't tell if you're shitposting or not. You talk very erratically, you know what I mean? What about the time he pissed himself? That was a great moment. Once again, you guys, Sato peed himself as a grown teenager. You know? Wild. I had the most normal confession last year. I believe, Raina, it was your struggling with eating? If I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it? Wasn't it, Raina? I know Jay Stace confessed that, cause like some people, like, we'd read, then that's how I know, is like sometimes we'd read the confession and the chatters would be like, that was my confession. You know what I mean? Just found your stream on YouTube homepage. Hello, Dill, how are you doing? How are you doing? You should just assume that everyone in this chat is shitposting at all times. It depends. It depends on the mood. It depends on the mood. Sometimes we take it a little bit more serious. I shit myself in high... Okay, so you remember how I said I was gonna send you some packages? Yeah, you can erase that immediately. I'm gonna just pretend I did not read that one, Leaf. Rest in peace. Yep, it was actually, and it still is a battle here. Real and true, Raina. 2026 is gonna be our year. Our year from struggling with the eating, Raina. Well, this is the first time, the only reason... I see. I see, Moss, I see. There are two types of people in this world, those who can admit to pissing themselves and liars. Hope it happens. Huh. But anyway, a little more serious, what people posting actual stuff. Oh, it depends on like the nature of the conversation. Like if we're talking about like more like therapy streams and stuff like that, like talking about like insecurity and stuff like that, people are more serious and talk about their experiences and such and such. So it depends on like the nature of the stream. If it's just like a stream like this, we're not taking things seriously, yeah, people are not gonna be serious. But other times when we do often have like, not often, I guess sometimes we've had like chatters come up on stream. I'm interviewing them and people are like weighing in. Like for example, like Dark Virus has like a severe gluttony and a shopping addiction. And so like people will weigh in on like how they've overcome it and stuff like that. I shit myself in formation after a road march. I'm really glad. I don't know how this, what triggered this? Like, what is this literally, I shit my pants confessions. Because having pneumonia and the combination of a severe cough and the runs is a recipe for disaster. Thank you for letting me know. Hello, Kawaki, how are you doing? May I say something stupid? Why not? It's kind of the topic at hand right now, Soko. And thank you, Kim Jovi, for the happy poop. Very fitting. Very fitting. If a police officer handcuffs a deaf person behind their however, they're denying them the right to free speech. Absolutely. But absolutely not at the same time, because free speech is speech, which is verbal. Communication is a whole nother thing, which is with your hands. So technically they can still speak, it's just not coherent because they can't hear themselves and enunciate their words properly, so that's communication they're taking away, not free speech. Solidarity with your husband. I have not pissed myself. What the? I have not pissed myself. If you shit yourself, you're filthy. I would have to agree. I am really... Thank you, Rico, and that one Leaf for letting me know so much about you guys today. You know? It's a good Christmas Eve. So about the confession stream, I mean, yeah, exactly. I'll be doing that on the 31st. Speech generally involves most forms of communication as per court precedent. Ooh, there we go. Interesting. Hi, Renata. How are you doing? Long time no see. I have an alarm system and cameras. The dogs are barking at a ghost. Ghosts don't exist, Samantha. I hate to break it to you. But either way, you guys, it's getting late, and I'm supposed to stream early in the morning. Good God. I'll try my best. I will be back again. I will be back. I'm getting tired. I gotta get in the shower, and I'm like awkwardly clammy, sweaty. Where it's like I'm cold, but like I'm sweaty. And it's just like, oh, brother. You know what I mean? Good night. We'll argue another day. Hope you're happy. You can't really hold an argument. We'll banter is what you're looking for, Mickey. You've never held anything worthy of an argument this entire time you've been here. So we'll banter. Don't get me wrong. See you tomorrow. Got the streamer sweats. I'm just sweaty 24/7. It sucks. But anyway, I will see you later. Good night, you guys. Toodaloo.